Just received in our newspaper.
We went to this thing called Comber Fair, and it's about like what 40 minutes.
38 minutes.
30. Oh, okay.
I did it in 34 though.
Okay, all right. Sorry. No,
Is it
okay.
like the Kessel Run or something?
38 parsecs.
Yeah. So we went there.
Is it like 8 parsecs? 18 parsecs?
I think it's like he did in 12 or
12 parsecs.
something like that. I
That's
don't know.
fast.
It's fast.
That's like fast as fuck, boy.
Actually, impossibly fast. I did the math.
Yeah. Okay. So we went there, and when we were just going there for a crash derby, as you can tell, class, right? You know what I mean? Going to this classy event, and when we were there was these just a group of gentlemen that were probably just chilling on the property for a little bit, and they were like, "Hey, if you want to know the real news, here's this." And then it was their own like newspapers. What's this newspaper called again?
Druthers.
Truthers.
Yeah,
Druther. Oh, you saved it.
Druth-
Good.
Yeah, Druthers.
Oh.
Yeah, we had to pass it on. It says you have to.
You have to pass it
pass
on.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, here, take that on. That's,
I,
Spend the next hour reading that.
I will.
yeah, no.
Truthers, covering news and information that mainstream media won't.
Yeah.
Please read and then pass paper along to someone else when done. Find more to explore on our website, druthers.ca. This is not sponsored by Druthers, as I know.
Just so you know, I spent about an hour reading the entire paper. on
As
the
you're
podcast.
supposed to.
Yeah.
It says
Yeah.
right there. You have to.
On the podcast.
to
So
read
we
it.
actually shared this news with quite a decent amount of people. And by a decent amount of people, I mean mine and Chase's moms. Now, when I'm
Other people listen.
other people do listen, right? But
I get called out on shit all the time.
yeah, there's definitely shit like where someone will be like, "You said that thing on there," and like they were like, "That was completely false," and I'm like, "No, I know, it was
I know
false.
what. Yeah, I made that up.
Are
I'm
you
well
going to
aware.
get like dinged in court from something you said here? They're going to be like, well, in episode 193, I specifically remember you saying.
See, the thing is, if I ever am pulled into a courtroom, I'll be going down.
They have all this.
A lot of evidence. But
You're not even going to try and fight it? Like, maybe you didn't plead the fifth? I don't recall. None of that?
it has my face.
He texts me. He's like, Rain, what are the chances you like edited out my face when I said this? I'm like, no, Chase, I didn't do that. He's like, all right, I'm going to jail for sure.
It's done.
It's done.
Yeah.
Yeah, no,
It sucks.
It's tough out here, man.
Hey,
you
you roll a dice.
roll a dice.
You roll it.
You roll a dice like those gentlemen handing out that paper, and you just hope for the best. You hope it gets into the
Hopes
hand.
the right audience gets it.
Yeah, we're still gonna solve that Pickering town. I'm telling you right now, we're gonna get on that.
Something's going on in Pickering.
Yeah. So in one of the articles, tell him you read it. Go
Okay.
ahead. You'll
The
explain
city
it.
council of Pickering is up to no good. They're like the laws they're implementing are just anti-freedom and free speech. What was one like? If you don't live in Pickering, you're not allowed to vote in Pickering.
Bullshit.
And they were like, "Yo, fuck you."
If you don't live here,
Yeah.
why are you in city council meetings?
Yeah.
And that's like, you can't just tell people just because they don't live somewhere they can't attend a meeting.
I guess that's fair. That's fair.
And like
So
they're
are you-
like,
does that mean that I can attend like AA meetings even if I don't live in that town?
oh yeah, no, that's perfectly fine. Just city council meetings.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
that's fine. Nobody's asking me for my political opinions or nothing. Anyways.
We will about 20 minutes. So
Don't
The next
keep your
law.
hopes real low. Set the bar real low for that one.
okay, so we'll ask you what do you think of our politics, and then if
Like-
you vote for us for mayor.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
'cause
what
they
we've
are
been- we're
running
tr-
for co-mayor.
Yeah.
Am I allowed to vote for you guys because I don't live in this city?
Well, hold
that's
on. The
Pickering.
Pickering
That's
wouldn't
just
let-
Pickering.
Listen, the people of Pickering would want you to, but the city council in Pickering
and the mayor,
Yeah.
that bastard, that bastard with
we're
those
gonna
rude
do mayor
comments.
fights. I'm doing mayor fights when I'm mayor of this goddamn city, bro. I'm
challenging rival cities to fist fight.
And listen, if you don't, okay, say it's me and Chase, right? We're both co-mayoring because that's definitely gonna pass. Like they're gonna be like, yeah,
that's
definitely.
fine.
These
I don't know
two
why no
guys
one
could
else.
run the city. If I'm challenging another mayor, you are allowed to pick a member of your council to also be in a tag team. Like, you know what I mean? That's what I would think that you're allowed to do.
It's reminding me of some like Game of Thrones shit where it's like you got to choose your champion.
Yeah.
Someone's gonna fuck up and choose Tyrion or something. Do we have a? Is there a Pickering Tyrion? Is that a thing? I don't know.
We didn't look up the Pickering City Council because they're not allowed to record in there.
Yeah. They're not allowed to
Another
record
rule.
anymore either.
Unless you're approved media, which means the lamestream media.
Yeah.
You can't record.
You can't record in there.
So it's edited. So if someone was the Tyrion of Pickering, they'd probably be edited to be like 10 feet.
Dang.
Easy.
It's probably fucking CGI.
Fake news.
It's probably CGI.
CGI. It's not
All
a real city
90% of the city council meetings are CGI. Facts. Factual.
They got rid of the Q&A period.
Yeah, you believe
How
that?
are the people supposed to voice their opinions if there's no Q&A period?
They can write angry letters, I guess.
It was something.
Yeah,
what was it?
they're
Something
gonna read
along the
those.
lines. You have to talk about the things that they're addressing that day. Like,
There was one where it was like, you can't bring up topics that are not in the agenda. You can't just bring up, I don't like that they're reading this book in the schools.
yeah,
We're talking about the park reseating schedule right now.
Yeah, I was in the park reading a book, and I realized my son shouldn't be reading this.
yeah.
Well, luckily we don't read 50 Shades in schools.
Not after the incident.
Yeah.
Not after the incident. I
Speaking
tried
of
reading that
the
book in
incident.
Braille. Wasn't as sexy as I thought it would be.
Dude, did you see that fucking thing where it was like American Roadshow, whatever, where they bring in artifacts and like people appraise them and say how much they can get in an auction, and it's like limited edition 1950s or 70s Braille Playboy, and then it cuts to like a blind dude, and he's like, "God damn!" He's like reading it like, "God damn, baby."
That's hot.
They were fucking crazy in the 50s, bro.
Was that a
70s,
nipple?
I fucked
No,
that
that's
up.
just another Braille.
Yeah.
Misread
find
that.
It. We'll find it.
That's so fucking funny. Just being like, damn, baby. Shit, what's going on?
Shit, you
here?
got it going on.
I'd be like, what? Like,
That's ridiculous.
ridiculous that they letting this in
She's
a
swearing what?
yeah in a book.
Reminds me. I think it was Woody Allen. He had a little bit. I'm pretty sure it was Woody Allen way back when. He was like, I can't do the voice properly. I'm gonna try it anyways because it's not my podcast. I
Give it a
can't
shot.
get canceled.
It's like, I saw this lady and I love art, and I asked, I wanted to draw her, and it was going well, but then she got angry because I tried to trace her.
I was like, yeah, I'm not allowed to do that. I wish I could take credit for that bit.
Yeah.
and that
That's
voice,
pretty good.
but
That
it's,
voice was not
That-
bad.
yeah,
man. I
you
was
got that
impressed.
vo-
You
on.
think I should stick with that voice, just like the rest of time?
The rest of the time,
Yeah, the rest. Of
I don't know about
the
rest
podcast
of time, but like,
listen,
For the rest of this podcast, for sure.
Lit-
But
you could,
Okay.
if you can carry that through.
you're not from this city. Just start making calls. Start making phone calls with that voice and just see how far you can get. Right?
Where are you from?
I'm from Mississauga, so it's just outside Toronto. Normally, I just tell people Toronto because that sounds better than Mississauga because nobody knows
What are you
what
doing here?
nobody likes Mrs.
Doing my best. That's what I'm doing here.
Oh
so
shit!
sorry.
I know. It shows. My best ain't that good.
No, I mean like it's just. I feel like massive downgrade, Mississauga to Windsor.
It's very different. I
So
mean,
you
y'all
could-
got
that's a nice way of putting it.
y'all got
Yeah.
trees and grass. We don't have that.
Oh wow, they
Not,
got
not
to
too
you.
much. Yeah, we're slowly turning into Toronto.
Yeah.
like, you can just see our little. I say little town. It's not a little town at all, but like it's just getting grayer and grayer, and they're just adding more skyscrapers.
Yeah.
And we got a mall, Square One. I think it's like supposed to be the biggest mall in North America or some shit like that. But like
And
you could,
Mississauga?
yeah. I don't know. It's
Google
a
that.
tourist
Trying to
destination.
drive more traffic there.
Yeah, and they're really just trying to turn. They call it. I think they call it Celebration Square, and they're trying to turn it into like the Yonge and Dundas Square, and
Okay.
nobody cares.
Buddy, I'm not going to Mississauga.
No, don't.
Not
It's-
going to be a destination.
The only reason to go to Mississauga is because you're like, I had to refill on gas on the way.
Yeah, you were cutting to get to Toronto.
Yeah, that's about it.
They have that one, the Nike outlet that we go to in Mississauga.
Oh, that one that we hit on the way.
Yeah, by the airport.
Oh, nice.
Aaron
So
Mills,
there's
I
another
used
reason.
to work there. Dixie Outlet Mall. I used to work there. I started at EB Games back at Dixie. Now
Damn,
it's
dude.
GameStop. And now
That's
they're all
Oh,
gone.
yeah. No, that kind of fell off fast.
Yeah.
Okay.
Do you remember that EB Games commercial? Copy that guy.
Oh, with was it called Modern Warfare?
Advanced
or something
Warfare.
Yeah.
The copy that guy was my friend's roommate in university.
Oh, no shit.
Yeah, dude.
I used to work at the shop.
Derek
that did
Rushland.
that. They did that.
His roommate was the copy that guy. He did not like that people called him that, but
Copy that.
you ever seen it?
No.
Oh, so we'll
Oh,
watch
it's
it
a
after
classic.
Yeah. Oh, wow.
Call of Duty, Advanced Warfare. Copy that. One line.
That friggin' company
The
is just in shambles. Oh god.
COD.
Well,
No,
yeah,
oh,
but-
COD is fine.
I was like,
They're-
are you COD in
COD's-
shambles?
As long as people can buy remotes, like there's
Yeah.
COD's never going under.
Yeah.
EB Games or GameStop, yeah, they're on.
I
on their
forgot.
last
Like,
legs.
is EB Games doing all right?
No,
Are they going under?
They're-
That, like, you know how when after I stopped to grab a vape, we were looking at that one store it used to be a
Game cycle.
yeah, and
Which
they
I
just
was-
redid it.
I was devastated when
You
I
know?
drove by. And it's a treasure bin, so we're gonna get trinkets.
We're
Yeah.
gonna get trinkets.
First thought I had when I saw it. But
That's what the city needs. Another trinket store. That's what exactly what I was saying.
Every place needs trinkets. I
Yeah.
love collecting stuff,
Yeah.
things, and items and trinkets.
Yeah.
I just like stuff. I don't need any of it.
I
Yeah.
love it.
oh, I gave out all the stickers.
Oh.
I was gonna give you a battery plant sticker.
You just raised my hopes and then crushed my dreams.
Credit union pen.
That is a credit union pen.
Windsor Family Credit Union pen.
Ooh.
Oh.
That's a souvenir from Windsor. You can keep that.
As he puts it back in his pocket. You can keep that memory.
I was like, but
Man,
that's
maybe I
my
do have a
good pen.
sticker. I do might have a sticker. Hold
It's
on.
actually my work pen, though.
This is
I
actually my
have-
work pen. I actually have all. Oh fuck! You're gonna have the Sharpie.
Oh gosh. I promise I'm fine. I got like 3 or 4
I did
pens in my
not
bag.
give you. I don't. I gave out all the stickers. I'm so sorry.
Do we have any like Windsor trinkets we could give them though?
We probably do have something up
We
there.
gotta have a trinket for your stay.
I have a notebook. It's covered in coffee and rain.
Give them the Bible.
I would like that $70 paper that you have.
That was $700.
That was a $700 paper.
I'm bad at math. Is that extra zero? Does that make a big difference?
Yes.
Oh no.
Nah, he doesn't have it.
I don't.
You don't even. You lost it. You lost your $700 paper.
It's an email.
Forward it to him.
Yeah.
Forward that paper to him, so he
My
now
address
has
on
it.
it.
Yeah, that's perfect. He can come over whenever he wants.
Yeah.
So are you like just visiting town, or
Yeah.
This video's in town for the podcast.
Yeah.
you came down here for
Came
us?
all the way down here for you guys.
That's so kind.
And we didn't
This-
get him a trinket.
You give me a friggin' sticker or nothing?
Yeah, I know.
We'll get you a shirt.
I'll take. You can take this burrito home.
I might.
You want? No.
I'm gonna take it home. And you're like, he called my bluff. That was a huge mistake.
You're gonna be like, babe, guess what we got? A fucking goddamn
We got
burrito.
water for like half a day. Don't worry, my girlfriend's then gonna follow up with, I don't drink water. I drink Monster and G Fuel.
That's tight.
Oh wow,
Yeah.
that's a
Yeah.
know. There's one guy at work I
Keep her.
never see.
I plan to. I keep her in my basement. That's where we both live. Just to be
Yeah.
clear. She's free to come and go.
You don't have to start with that. You can keep that in order.
Yeah.
We're gonna edit that out, right? For when the courts start looking at
No,
these
no.
things.
Like I said, man, it's kind of just roll
I'll
the
block your
dice.
face out for that one.
Okay,
though.
that's
Just
yeah,
that one part, and then right back in.
Yeah. Just put on like a false mustache, or just like dye it like blonde or something like
Yeah.
that.
No
Like
problem.
obviously that wasn't Brick saying that. That was blonde guy.
Yeah.
It was Jake's strange brother, Jared.
Yeah.
Have you lived in Mississauga your whole life?
Yeah.
Yeah?
I was born and raised there. I mean, I moved away. I lived in Peterborough for a while.
Wow.
I was
so
there
much
for
worse.
school. Yeah, it
Oh.
was. It was. It was.
Every city we say.
It's not every city. It's just most of them in Southern Ontario.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's where the majority of people live.
Yeah.
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 I
We
don't
really-
even know where like the optimum place to live is.
I don't know, man. We've been looking at land in New
Brunswick.
Brunswick.
And we
Brunswick
looked in
is nice.
Manitoba, but nobody wants to live in Manitoba.
That's
Yeah.
fair. That's fair.
And I'm not doing Sask.
Yeah.
Not doing it.
Saskatoon.
Alberta is just. That's where it's going to start. So
I was in Alberta not too long ago. It was I was there for a comedy festival. Shout out to the Funny Fest. But it was. I mean, right away, like anywhere I go, because I'm such a suburb city kid. Like first thing I do, I'm like, all right, where's the downtown area? And then I walked around that one street of downtown Calgary, and I was like, all right, we did it. We saw the entire city.
Yeah.
You know, I had some seemingly homeless guy come up to me while I was on my phone. He's like, "Hey man, can I use your phone to call my the mother of my child?" I was like, "No, you can't." And he got pretty pissed. And he's like, "No, Steve, my phone's broken." I was like, "No, use your buddy's phone." He's like, "His phone's also broken." I was like,
Yeah.
"Then you guys just proved you can't be trusted with phones." No,
Yeah.
not doing this at all.
You and your buddy both have broken phones. Come
Yeah.
on, man.
He was
be
really,
more responsible.
I know.
You homeless bastards.
Well, to be, he was really nice about it. I said no, and he politely he replied with, "You better hope I don't get you after dark." And I was like, "Have a good night, sir. I'm
Yeah.
gonna go tell jokes over
Well, at
there.
least
If you want
he
to come to a
let you
comedy
know.
show."
You didn't give him a ticket.
No, I was frightened. I was
You didn't-
frightened.
Well, that nice.
You didn't
man.
got a lot of homeless in Mississauga.
In Mississauga, not really. Like we do have them, and like the past few years, I've been noticing them more and more. And it's like I don't have any answers. I'm a guy who tells jokes. I couldn't tell you infrastructure. I mean, if I was homeless tomorrow, I don't know what I would do because I'm like I hadn't even seen like a homeless shelter or anything
Yeah.
in Mississauga. Like the only thing I could do is just find like the farmers market and then just steal everything. but then I'm still aggressively diabetic. So I'm like, I can't even eat this fresh apple because my sugies. Oh no.
Yeah, how are you gonna fucking get
Man.
insulin?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I used to, like, growing up, I was like, oh boy, so excited for the zombie apocalypse. It's going to be fantastic.
Yeah.
And now I'm like, well, I got insulin for like 2 months.
Yeah, my mom and sister are also diabetic, and because we talk a lot about the apocalypse and stuff. It's
kinda done.
immediately I'm like, you're dead in literally a week. So
Yeah.
that sucks for you. I'd kill myself probably.
Yeah,
You
I'd
said you're gonna kill yourself anyway.
Oh, I'm going to. Yeah,
That's what she was saying,
I have no
yeah.
fighting chance.
that might just be depression.
No, it's different because society's gone.
Yeah.
It's not the same.
You get it.
I hear society and I just think of the Joker.
Did
I know.
Like, do you
Just
ever
ruined
like?
that word?
I know, like before, you realize like, oh fuck, I only got enough for 2 months. You think about your outfit though for those 2 months, what you're gonna be rocking with.
Sleeveless, 100%.
Yeah.
I've already got a spiky leather jacket. Like most of my clothes, I have a lot of clothes with sleeves, but then I recently realized, oh yeah, I can just cut the sleeves off of like everything,
Yeah.
and that changed.
Society doesn't care anymore.
Society doesn't give a shit.
Yeah.
Like, it's gotten to the point where, like, because I do comedy almost every night, every now and then I'll wear like a t-shirt or wear something with sleeves, and whenever that happens, people comment. Like, the other comedians are like, oh, Brick, you look nice today, you look different. Well, you got sleeves. I'm like, yeah, I own sleeves.
Yeah.
I paid a lot of money for these tattoos, and I'm a huge douchebag. I would love to show this off.
I get it. No, I feel like I'd do the same. Once there's a tattoo here in my pale spot, it's over.
You got to be like the kid that takes a picture in the mirror, like
Yeah, you have to make it your whole personality.
Oh yeah, you got it.
Rough day at the office.
Do you guys not have any tattoos?
No, I don't. I have zero.
I have
And
a-
we've had actually a bit of tattoo artists on. Sorry.
Yeah, I have a couple. I think 6 or 7, and I remember my very first one was this here semicolon, and it's that big, and you immediately were like, just don't make it your whole personality.
It's a valid point to say.
It is a valid point. No, that was a valid point. But like, no, we've had tattoo artists on stuff like that. I just want someone to tattoo our logo on me. Just tattoo on it.
Shut the fuck.
The middle
Get
of the
Ty to do it.
Yeah.
You can just go
On-
to like any tattoo place and
Yeah.
be like, I want this, and they'll
they'll
probably
just
do
do
it.
it.
in
Our
exchange
friend,
for
like a
money.
good friend of ours, is a tattoo artist, and he's,
And he's offered
incredible.
to do it multiple times.
He's offered to do it for free.
Yeah, he has offered to do it for free, but we got to get done on the pod. Just
Okay,
in the
you're
middle
on-
of a Monday meeting.
You're on record now. You got to get it
We've
done.
said this.
We said it.
Many
You know how many
times.
times I've been on record saying this shit? Every time he comes in too, he's like, "You gotta come get a tattoo for me, man." I'm like, "Yeah, next one. Like, I'm coming
Next
in.
time, man. I
Literally,
promise."
Give me a month when my
promise.
when my schedule's opened up." And then I'm like, "Damn, I've never went and got that tattoo I said I was gonna go get."
We can't commit to anything. You know how long it took us to film in the first episode or record the first episode? 2 years.
Took us 2 years.
2
yeah.
years.
That's a bit of time.
Yeah.
Were those like COVID years, or those just like regular years?
They were all regular years.
Yeah.
You guys have no excuses. That's
Yeah.
even worse.
Yeah.
It was like in the middle of 2020. I was just like, we were playing COD, and I'm like, I think we could start a podcast. And
Were you high when you said?
Oh,
Yeah.
buddy,
Yeah,
I
he
was
was under the
fucked
influence.
right up. I would be fucked right up, and I remember we'd be talking just like about whatever on COD, and then I would get so far to the point where I didn't know what I was saying anymore because it was so high. So I just had to go, and he'd be like, "Yo, that didn't even make sense." And I'm like, "We should start a podcast, bro. Like, let's be honest. These conversations are getting so in depth on COD."
That's what we're known for on
Yeah.
this show, actually, is our in-depth intellectual back and forth.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
After-
why you started the first episode with "This country has gone to shit."
Shit. Well, we needed the political discourse to make everyone know our stances.
Yeah.
Fair,
That's
that's
fair,
fair. You
that's
got to.
We would just say shit, but never actually have a position. We'd be like, "That's pretty bad, right?" Anyways, what's the
Wild.
next thing? We're like, "What else is pretty bad?" And we're like, "Oh, that? Yeah, that's not good. Homelessness, that's not. That used to be the stance, by the way. Homelessness, not good."
We were
Next.
asking random people, like just our friends, on recording, how would you solve the homeless crisis? How would you in Mississauga?
How would I solve the homeless crisis? Oh goodness gracious! Maybe like a dump truck or something. Like
Yeah.
that? I
Most
don't
people
know.
use buses because it's more humane.
No, it's a dump truck. You just like load them up. It's you know
Come
what it is.
on.
You know what I'll do? It's like I don't know if y'all remember that the really old Pokemon commercial for like the Game Boy, where it's like all the Pokemon are just like loaded up in some bus, just like a regular bus, and then bus driver like takes it to like, I don't even know, some back alley, and then it just like squishes it and it compresses it, like you think it's gonna get like turned into like a little garbage cube, and then you just squeeze it down, and then it just turns into a Game Boy with Pokemon.
I do
was like,
remember
oh,
that.
look at that.
Oh, look at that. Those are all dead.
Yeah, you know, just
Now their
Pokemon, but for
souls
homeless
are
people.
trapped forever.
Didn't
in
that just wrap up or something?
Pokemon?
or
Well, I mean, I know Ash's story wrapped up like a year ago or something.
Okay,
like that.
that's
They're
what
like,
a
yeah, so
year ago?
something like that.
Yeah.
They kept it going for that long?
Oh, they kept it going for a long
How
time.
long was that boy 10 years
Like
old?
20 years,
Oh
something
my
like that.
God.
20 years. Ash.
In my my head canon is that every time he goes to a new region or a new country, they just have a different there's a time change. So every time he goes there, they're like, "Oh, we just missed your birthday." So like you're technically still 10 years old in our country, but
Yeah.
like you know,
Also, your body won't change.
Yeah.
Actually, you'll look younger as time goes on.
you're emaciated. You haven't had a home cooked meal in how old are you again? 20? I don't know, a long time.
Such a crazy concept for a show too. Just being like, listen, you capture creatures, and then you're gonna fucking fight people. You know, fight
Other capture creatures.
other capture creatures,
Yeah.
and it's like,
You're
are
having
they
cockfights
Do
for
they
the rest of their
know
lives.
that you're capturing them? They have zero clue.
They actually think you're friends.
Yeah,
Like best
Is that
buds.
the lore? Like they actually think they're buds?
No.
No, you
they are
be
buds.
befriend your Pokemon.
They're friends.
yeah, but yeah.
There's some Pokemon that
Yes.
can only evolve if you've befriended them enough that they're like,
Yeah.
I like this guy.
Yeah.
Like I played Pokemon Go, so I knew that for like the game, but like for the actual lore,
Yeah.
Oh, I have no idea.
Actual
about
lore,
Pokemon lore.
it
I
is
was kinda-
just animals fighting each other.
I was gonna say because I'm just kind of talking shit. I'm never like, but I'm just like, yeah, that's all.
it is just
yeah.
animals fighting each other.
Yeah, it's pretty sick.
yeah.
Yeah.
I remember,
but they got cool powers.
They do,
Yeah.
and they can like change and evolve. And there's like a Charizard, so
And they're
that's
literally
cool.
like descendants of gods.
yeah.
and the
there is
gods are also
and stuff.
Pokemon.
Yeah.
The gods are all Pokemon.
The aliens are also Pokemon.
Oh wow.
Yeah, as the funny thing is, the show is like just Ash going like, "Oh, we gotta beat these guys to get the gym badge," and all the movies are like, "We have to defeat this mad god before he destroys the planet."
I've watched a lot of Pokemon because I'm cool, and
You got any Pokemon tattoos?
I do actually. I
Yes!
have a
That was easy.
Houndoom that's a Cerberus on my arm. For the listeners at home, there's a Houndoom with 3 heads, and that's what a Cerberus is.
That is what Cerberus means.
But I love in those old, like in the old movies and stuff like that, Ash tries to solve all of his problems by like punching the bad guy.
well, once Pikachu's knocked out, he's like,
Nope, not even
Before
like
that,
Before that,
before he even tries the
Yeah.
Pokemon with lightning, he goes,
I got these hands.
"It's on sight, motherfucker! It's on sight!"
It's just like that's it. That is it.
Remember when Ash died and Pikachu just kind of revived him with lightning?
And his tears.
Yeah, that was crazy.
I don't need therapy for that.
No,
But yeah, in that movie.
that movie is ingrained in my mind.
Yeah.
And I think I only saw it one time.
God, I wish I could be on your guys' level. I've never seen it. So.
Yeah, what?
Play it up right now. The entire podcast.
Yeah,
is
the whole
watching
movie.
and crying to Pokemon.
Mewtwo dropped one of the hardest lines in animated show history.
Oh wow.
Do you know it off by heart?
No, I don't. But I know
Do
what
you?
they're referring to.
I know exactly what I'm
Is it
referring
the,
to. Man,
Do you
maybe it is not
Something about
What?
someone's birth.
the circumstances of one's birth, but it's the inner workings of one's being that matter.
Damn.
Yeah.
Yeah, they got some fire lines in Pokemon.
It was like, bro, you just killed a 10-year-old like 2 minutes ago. He had to be shocked and cried on for 10 minutes to come back to life. You killed him. You can't be like, maybe I'm not the good guy. After the smaller version of yourself goes, hey, you don't do that. Mew was sick.
Mew was just a dick in that movie.
Mew was a
doesn't
dick
actually-
until the end.
Mew doesn't offer any help. Mew's just there to like.
Mew's a god. He doesn't have to.
Mew's not even a god. Mew's just like a dude.
I thought he was like a
He's like
demigod.
he's like a rare ancient Pokemon, but there's like plenty of Mews out there. They're special, but they're not. My girlfriend's like, I'm into Pokemon a lot, but she's like way into Pokemon. She's like, no, there's the legendaries and there's the mythical. I'm like,
Sure.
listen, if it's not something I find in the grass, it's a legendary for me. I couldn't tell you the differences, but yeah, they got gods. They got Arceus or Arceus, the god of just godness.
There's
They
a
got
god of
Satan.
gods for Pokemon.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
They got Satan.
They got Satan in
Yeah,
Pokemon?
he's Giratina, but he's just straight up the devil. He lives in the Shadow Realm or whatever. Like
Gave him his own realm, and he's just an evil Pokemon.
But hey, now Ash gets to ride him like a horse
Oh,
or
yeah, that
something
was-
because Ash, he meets all these legendary Pokemons and he doesn't keep a single fucking one of them.
There was this one time Ash found out he was like a descendant of wizards and had like wizard powers.
Yep.
Never addressed it after that.
No.
I like when they do that, when they address what like something in the show and then they never come back to it.
He literally died more than once.
Yep.
And they never brought it up. Not once. he went right back to, I have to go to the whatever region to defeat the gym master to get the badge.
This motherfucker's Jon Snow. Bro got back to life by the sun god.
Oh,
Whatever the fuck it was.
The Lord of Flames or
Lord of
Fire?
Fire.
Lord of
Yeah.
Fire.
Yeah.
Lord of Fire.
man.
Some shit.
Lord of Light.
Lord of Light.
Lord of Light.
That's what it was.
I like how they just
And that's
never explain that.
Yeah.
Like all these other gods never play a part. But this one they only mention when it's real bad and it's kind of a cult. He's the real good guy.
Yeah.
Should we be praising him? Nah.
No, you gotta like burn children to get his attention.
All right, I might
But-
join this new cult of the
Yeah.
God of Light.
Have
the
we
Lord
got a
of
cult
Light.
for you?
Yeah. Don't join that one.
Join ours.
Not a cult ranch. It's not a
Had me
cult.
at ranch.
Yep.
What job would you want on the ranch? Can we just ask that? Let's establish that. Let's
As
see
long
if
as
you.
it's nothing with wolves
Yeah.
or bears, you're good, pretty much.
Why can't I have a job with wolves or bears?
We got a guy
That's
already.
We already got
he's
a guy on it.
He's claimed
And he
that hard.
and at first, let me just say this. At first, he had milking cows. That was the original job. He decided he was going to change it because he no longer wanted to milk cows. He wanted to tame wolves.
Oh, okay. For a
bears.
second, I was like, is he going to milk the bears and wolves? Is that-
In a way.
I mean,
not
he
much.
may. I don't know what.
I don't know how he
Well,
plans
You know
to
what?
tame them.
Maybe
We'll
we
get
should
a-
keep an eye on.
Yeah,
Someone
we'll
got
get
to
our
keep
own
an eye
wolf.
on him with wolves and bears.
What would
gonna
I do on
die.
the ranch? I would just, I'd just kind of fuck off and just watch all the dogs that I ended up adopting.
Yeah, that's
There
fair.
will be
I'd
multiple
You can,
wild
he can be like
dogs.
our jester.
Oh yeah, I'm a straight up clown. Just you know what? Just that. Just
Yeah.
give me a
Would you
funny
dress
hat.
up or just like kind of do your stand up?
I could dress up.
Okay.
Why not?
You can be
Okay.
our jester.
All right.
We'll have a comedy club, but on the ranch.
And it's only brick.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's only every
24/7.
night.
And then we have an open mic night, and then we just boo Alex off stage.
yeah. Every time Alex tries to come up to do something, we're like, "Get the fuck off!"
Oh!
And he gets off, and I'm like, "Good job, buddy. You know, next time
Yeah.
you're a little more
Hey man,
confident."
you did way better than last week.
Bro, this is the 47th night in a row they booed me off stage.
You gotta get that tight 5, dog. You get the tight 5 minutes of solid comedy. Have it memorized.
Yeah, it'll be good. So you're doing comedy every night, at least, or you said almost every
Yeah,
night?
I try to go. I try to go every night. I don't go every night because if I do that, my girlfriend will leave me. But at my best,
Doesn't
I try to
respect
go
the
like.
grind.
She's wonderfully supportive, but yeah, no. When you're gone like 5 nights a week, she starts to miss me, I guess, which is ideal. Be a little sad if she didn't miss me at
Yeah.
all.
Yeah.
Yeah, she was like, "Oh, thank God you're gone all the time." You'd be
Ugh.
like, "What the fuck?"
Stop.
What? Nothing.
Nerd with a relationship.
Nerd, he's in love. What a loser.
Ugh. With a girl. Ugh.
Whoa, it's a girl.
It's okay. I got my cootie shot when I was a child.
Good,
So, like,
good.
We're safe. We practice safe kisses.
Safe hand holding.
Safe hand.
Safe
holding,
hand
yeah.
holding.
Wait, you guys hold hands? Like before marriage?
No,
No,
I
I've
don't.
never seen them do it, but if they admit it right now, I'll leave.
we don't. We
We
don't.
don't. We
Yeah,
don't.
good.
Nothing. None of that.
Okay, because this is recorded. Like,
No, this is recorded. I'm telling you, I promise I wouldn't break
Not
something
until
like
not
that.
until we get married. No.
No,
Nothing.
that's when her father finally gives me her hand. That's when
because he's gonna give you literally her
her hand.
Yes.
He will
yeah,
chop it
Yeah,
and-
he would chop it off. I'll be like, perfect.
That's
Now let's go
romantic.
get. Yeah, that is.
Yeah.
It really is romantic.
Yeah.
So
Sorry, I really shot that off topic there. So you do comedy every couple nights, you're saying?
Yeah, a little more than that. I try to go out as often as I can,
Hmm.
periodically taking a couple nights off just to see the missus, or every now and then to sleep, or to drive down to a foreign land and do a podcast.
Fair enough.
that is fair enough. How long have you been doing comedy for?
I'm still pretty new. So I started November of what year is this? 2023. So I when I started, I wasn't driving at the time, so I was at the whim of the trains for Toronto. And there'd be plenty of times where like I'd go out and I'd be like waiting to go on, but I'm like, well, at 11 o'clock, that's my bedtime. I gotta get that train home, or I'm stranded. But now I'm back to driving again, and I'll just try to hit up like a mic and then a mic and then a mic if I can, or just like at least one. But I try to aim for at least like 4 nights a week just to practice and stuff. So I've gotten a lot better. Yeah, a little proud of my work. I realize I shouldn't be like, let me think, because that's just not ideal for the listeners. But no, it's been going really well. I'm not going to pat myself on the dick too hard about it, but like I went out to Calgary to do a comedy festival, so I was very like all right, I'm doing something right. I did Yuck Yucks in Ottawa, so that's cool. You know, I've actually gotten paid a few times.
What?
There you go.
Yeah.
They pay you for that?
Most of the times,
Wow.
no, but every now and then they're like,
Yeah.
"We'll give you like $20." I'm like, "This is the best." I'm telling jokes for 5 to 10
I'm
minutes.
quitting my day job. The minute we make a dime off this, is done.
You should, yeah, comedy definitely. It's the best job if you want to make money. Get into stand up. For the listeners at home, I shook my head. Don't do it.
Yeah.
If you want to be rich and famous, don't do stand up. I don't know. Go get interviewed and talk about spitting on dicks or something like that.
Yeah.
Get that huak tua.
Oh.
That's where the money's really at.
That's where the money's at.
Yeah.
And it's
We're
fun-
just waiting for our moment.
Yeah, we're just waiting the one time, and then they'll listen to every single thing and be like, "We can't launch these guys."
And
And
all of the
they're-
advertisements have canceled.
Yeah. But yeah, no. So like, is Calgary the furthest you've gotten to go for comedy? Yeah.
Yeah. It's the first time I've ever like flown by myself too. So I was like, I'm an adult, I'll be fine. But yeah, like once I was in Calgary, and they gave me like a little like shitty motel that probably gave me AIDS or something. Thank you for doing that though.
Oh wait, they like provided.
Yeah.
Wow,
They
that's really
flew me
cool.
out. They gave me a little hotel and stuff
They
like that.
flew you out?
Yeah, it's pretty sick. So I was like, ooh, look at me, I'm
That's
a big
crazy.
boy.
Yeah.
You must be pretty good.
What-
I hope so.
And what happened when you got that? When you like, what was the thought process when you got told that? When it was like, damn, they're gonna even pay for my flight and everything too.
I felt
Like this-
really good. A little part of me is like, I really hope they're not just trying to like steal my organs. Cause
Yeah.
comedians are so thirsty for stage time or attention. So there's plenty of like scams going around. Thankfully, it wasn't a scam. So
Right.
they actually did the stuff. So I was very happy about that. And then like the thing is like I'm pretty bad at like promoting myself. So there's plenty of times where like I'll be on a show now and they're like, oh, like what credits do you have? Like what do you want us to say when we announce you? And a lot of times I don't say anything. I'm just like, no, it's fine. Just Brick David. He's a comedian. It's fine. But every now and then I'm like, also tell them that I did Yuck Yucks and that I did Calgary Funny Fest. And then whenever they said there's a little announcements, I'm like, look at that. The kid's actually doing stuff.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
yeah, I'm
mention us in your startup line, or
just the header for this should be Brick David went to Calgary Funny Fest 24.
Okay,
then
that's
we'll-
gonna take up the entire thumbnail. It's just gonna be writing.
That'd
You know
be
what?
good.
I'll just write out like my favorite set list and then the entirety 5-minute set list or 10-minute
Yeah,
or
perfect.
whatever.
For
Put
sure,
that
the
in the
whole
description.
transcript.
The whole
and then it'll
transcript.
put
go
that
with
right
the
in the
thumbnail.
description.
This
For
is
the
what he
bit,
said.
I'll actually do it if you do it.
Oh, good. Can't be burning jokes that way.
I'll pay you $10 over e-transfer if you mention us in your next startup.
Wait, I'll give you $35 right now if you do your entire stand-up, your favorite set.
Oh gosh. My favorite set could be 20 minutes. I'm not gonna do a 20
That's
minute
fine.
set.
This is a long period.
I'll-
I'm gonna
I'll
put my
throw-
feet up though.
But then here's the thing: if you guys don't laugh, it's just gonna be really sad because I'm dead air for like half an hour.
We keep it in the full and like just straight face and then be like, leave that in. All right.
Yeah, that was pretty good, I guess.
But like,
Calgary's really starved for comedy.
You think they'd fly us out?
yeah.
No.
No, you don't think so? You think it?
Something in the
Okay, so we're gonna submit our top 50 funniest clips and then see what they do.
Yeah. See where that goes for us.
A lot. Actually, for today, like right now, is the 199th episode. For the 200 episode, that's what I was going to do. I was going to do a Mojo's Top 10. Haven't had the time yet, so I'm hoping eventually I will.
Can you? Is that a thing? Like, you know how you can get like cameos?
Mhm.
Is the Watch Mojo lady a cameo you can get?
I will look. I will look.
Please look, or at least like a go on Fiverr. Hire someone who can sound like the Watch Mojo lady.
That'd be sick.
sick.
Maybe you can get like an AI to do that at this point.
Yeah, but I want a person,
We want the
preferably a
Mojo
blonde
lady.
woman.
Whoa, robots are people too. Go to Japan, they have robot sex dolls. Those are kind of like people, or they look like people, I guess.
Yeah, I feel like you can't call them people because that'll bring up like a whole lot
Because
of
they're women?
moral and ethical and that too.
That too.
I don't make the rules. I just break them. I gotta take this drink away.
Okay, wait. Can I buy a cameo from the
Mojo.
Nope, Mojo's Top 10 lady?
I don't even know her name, but you could just go on Cameo.com, I guess, and just search her name.
Yeah, but I didn't think like that, so now we're just gonna go. Oh, it's right here. Okay, let's see.
Watch
Oh.
Mojo lady.
Let's go.
Watch Mojo. When you have a voice like that, fucking like noticeable, you got to, right?
You'd think.
Watch.
Well, I mean, Bruce Buffer's got to make a killing on this shit, doesn't he?
Does he do it?
I think so.
Okay, let's see. That's probably not her.
It might be. Though.
This is like the lady that it looks like she might be.
No.
No,
No.
definitely not her.
Damn, it's only that girl's 140. Let's see.
I gotta invest in one
No,
of
there's
these.
Yeah.
no. How about I just do who says what?
This is such a bizarre.
Yeah.
Very specific
You guys-
bit, but
You're watching the Forklift Certified. We're getting in depth. This is how we search. This is what we get in depth with.
is that her name?
Rebecca Braden.
Rebecca.
We can only hope.
Please.
No, she's not there. Fuck.
Wait, you think she'll do a special request for 3?
Yeah.
DM her on Instagram.
DM on
You
Instagram
can
and ask
make
her.
she can make a new video of like top 10 like celebrity guest impersonations she's done, or like top 10 podcasts she's been on. Hopefully, you guys aren't number 11.
Oh fuck! Didn't make the cut.
She's like the most regular lady.
Yeah, she's just chilling.
Okay, wait. Now I want to go.
And she's into Bluey, it looks like.
Yeah.
Let's go. I fucking
we
love Bluey.
we speak highly of Bluey, so maybe
No,
she'll-
that's not true. I speak highly of Bluey. Jake makes fun of me for watching it.
I don't make fun of you for watching Bluey.
What do you make fun of her for then?
He calls me fat. He calls
No,
me
I
ugly.
don't. No, I don't.
Right.
No, I don't. It was the Bluey that
kinda-
crossed the line.
That was kinda
No, it was Bluey that crossed the line, you know?
Okay, we don't actually have to
Yeah,
watch this.
okay,
This bit
yeah.
has gone on
This- yeah.
way.
Well, it was
too
more
long.
of like I needed it for personal reasons.
Yeah.
I was more. We were more seeing if we can get a top 10, but you know.
I should go on Cameo and just pay people to tell me that they're proud of me.
You know what was funny? I was just thinking that.
Yeah.
you were thinking that you're proud of me?
Yeah, you're welcome.
Oh.
No.
Wow,
Getting
too
flew
real.
out to Calgary for your comedy thing, man.
You told him
Sick.
that, and he perked
I was
right
blown
up.
away.
He
I
was-
might quit stand up now. You gave me what I've always
You're
needed.
welcome.
Yeah, that was what you needed, and that's it, eh?
Go to college.
Yeah. Well, I tried it twice. It worked out once.
Yeah.
What'd you go for?
I went to
The failure first.
Oh, the failure.
Yeah.
That's when I was in Peterborough. I was at Fleming College, which doesn't.
Ah,
That doesn't even
Ah.
sound like a real place.
I would have rejected their acceptance letter.
I would have been like, okay, I thought you were lying. Like, all right, man.
No,
Sure.
they're a real place, and the only reason I went there is that.
Search up this shit school. Sorry.
Oh yeah, no, it's don't go there. I mean, or do if you.
I feel like
you
Fleming
are-
University would flow better,
No,
but Fleming
it was a
College.
yeah.
That's dumb.
Like
What-
it's just.
What'd you go for?
I went for the general arts program transfer or university transfer. It's like you go to the college for like a year or two, and then you just do a bunch of general crap, and then they're like, all right, now you can continue on at Trent University. And
That sounds a lot better.
Yeah, that was my only way of telling people that I went to university, and I didn't. I was there for like. Yeah, I couldn't hack it. I was there for a year,
Is this the college? Yeah.
and then.
Whoa. Cool mechanical techniques
I don't know if
place.
they changed the logo or I was just really drunk while I was there. Didn't notice.
Could have been
it.
both, man.
Yeah, I think that the Fleming Knights, which, whatever.
The Fleming Knights.
Yeah, I thought they should have just been called the Flemmers. But, oh yeah, that's the place, I guess.
This looks like a prison.
It is.
No, this is the mechanical techniques.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
This is the actual prison.
That,
Good times. Actually, on my first day of school, I was riding my longboard there because the kid's cool.
Yeah.
That was hard.
And,
That's hard as fuck,
yeah.
actually.
Yeah. That's,
But I was responsible about it. I was riding it in like the bike lane on the road, and then some car just decided, why not? And they just kind of swerved just enough to clip my backpack and
Right.
send me spiraling into a ditch.
Nice.
And I was like, well, this is embarrassing, but thankfully nobody saw it. And that's when I know she wasn't the principal because you don't have principals at colleges, but that's when like essentially the
dean.
principal, the dean, there it is.
Is that
She
the
pulls
word?
up and
Yeah.
she's like, oh, hey, I just saw what happened. Are you okay? I'm like, yeah, it's fine. I'm just going to
No,
school.
no, someone's got to pay for my tuition.
I got
my back.
my neck.
Were you on school property?
No, it's just school. I know.
Oh fuck!
She gave me a ride to school though, and that was really weird because like I got out of her car and people were looking at me like I was her son. I was
Yeah,
like, I
like-
don't
yeah.
know her name.
Yeah, and you were trying to set the standard early by
Yeah.
the longboard, and that totally.
yeah, I was
that
getting
fucked
out there
you.
with my longboard. I'm like, yeah, ladies are gonna love me. And then
Yeah.
I get out and I'm like, thanks, mom. And she's patting me on the head like, okay, now if you need help finding your way around, you can always ask Susan. I was like, I don't know who fucking Susan is.
Yeah.
I'm trying to get my dick wet here. Thanks for.
Yeah, so
College
the art
experience.
bitches, how was it?
But yeah, no, Fleming was not ideal.
Yeah, I feel like hot art bitches aren't going to Fleming.
No, they're not. They got into universities.
But you made it into university.
No, because I left.
Oh,
I was there.
I thought you meant you made it through and went to university, and that didn't work
No,
out.
I'm a huge failure. I was
Oh.
the first semester I was fine, and then my girlfriend at the time, Boxing Day, she came over. I gave her Christmas presents, and then she's like, "Thanks for the presents. By the way, I'm dumping you now."
Yeah.
And I was like,
She
okay.
didn't give you a gift though.
She gave me the gift of trauma,
Yeah, right.
so that's
Well, what
kind
can you
of.
ask for? You're
Yeah, I
getting
mean
greedy.
that's the gift that just keeps giving. And she went up.
Carry that forever.
I will. Lena, if you're still out there, you know what you did. You bitch! Could have been a doctor.
I'm sure she's lovely.
I don't know. Whatever. I don't know what
just
she's
came
doing
out. I mean,
now.
I don't know.
Hope she's fine or not. I truly don't care. But yeah, then so she dumped me. She walked upstairs,
Right.
and that's when my mother and my older sister was like, "Oh, here's your presents."
You were like,
so she just walked out with just gifts galore. And then my mom comes out and she's like, "Oh, your girlfriend just left. She's only here for a few minutes. Why are you crying?" I was like, "Oh, well, you see." What happened was she won't be coming back, and I hope you guys didn't give her expensive presents. They did.
No.
Yeah, it's like
You know what they got her
shit.
too?
It's something from Pandora, I think.
Fuck.
Because I got her some Pandora shit. And
Fuck.
I don't even know what else I got her. It was many years ago. But yeah, so she won that breakup, so good for her.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, easy.
Good for
Yeah.
her.
So
Came
that
out
was-
on top.
Yeah, she did. And then that was Boxing Day, so then I went back to school like 2 weeks later. And I was
Yeah.
like, I don't even care anymore. So then I just drank like a loser for a semester.
Yeah.
And then I was like, hey, you know what? I don't think college is for me because I haven't been in class in like 3 weeks.
Yeah.
But yeah, then I went to school again later on in life at Seneca, which is also not a university. The kid's still not that smart. Seneca at York. So again, it's like, oh, you were at York? I was at the college next to York. I didn't actually get to the university.
But you can still say you went to.
But yeah, exactly. So I was there for the.
Is that what you were telling people then? Like, I go to York.
No, I didn't want to lie.
Yeah,
Because they were
that's
gonna
right.
ask me like anything, and I was gonna have no follow up.
Yeah. Yeah.
But
Yes.
You'd be like,
Yes.
yeah.
Sure
Yeah.
did.
No. Yes.
You were like, no, and then you're waiting for their facial expression. Yeah. Yeah.
Sorry, I'm getting a phone call.
Yeah.
Nope. Never met him.
Yeah, Seneca was fine. It was weird though, because like I was in the same program at the start, like did college and then go to university, and then after 2 semesters of that, I was like, all right, I'm gonna switch into the acting for voice and camera because that's what I want to do anyways. And but then COVID was going on, so like my first 2 semesters of acting at college was all online, which sucked.
Yeah.
So
I don't
hard.
know if that
yeah.
works though.
It doesn't work.
Oh man.
At
so
all.
maybe they shouldn't have done it.
No, but hey, it's okay because I
They
still
took your
paid
money.
full price
Yes.
for tuition
Yeah.
without being on campus at all.
Well, good. They got your money. Though.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I
good.
mean, and you know these
Did
little
you get
little
the
colleges.
credentials?
I did.
See, then I
Finished
don't.
that one. I
The
finished that bit.
transaction was there.
Yeah, I went to a clown class. And you might be thinking, but you didn't.
Okay, you got a license for that or no?
Yeah, they gave me a red nose and everything.
That'd be funny if that was the license. Like, there you go.
I wish.
That's
I
your
wish I was
don't lose
joking,
that.
but they-
Oh yeah.
You did have to wear a red nose.
Did
While
you?
you're
Yeah.
in clown college.
Well, you're in clown college.
I was in clown class, not clown college.
He didn't fully
okay?
commit.
I learned other things as well. None
Name
of it's
2.
useful in the real world.
Name 2 things you did beside clown class.
Okay, I did voice acting, which was fun. So I got to be in a booth. I got
Pretty
to talk
close to being a clown. Go on.
well, I didn't have to wear a nose for that one.
Because you were in a
And-
booth.
Yeah, because no one would even see it.
Yeah,
And
it
I
would've
also
been in the way of
learned
the
how to.
microphone.
I learned how to hold a camera, so that was interesting. I was like, oh, look at that, I can point this camera.
Sort of like juggling like a clown would do.
Yeah, it's like that.
bad.
Old bozo.
That's not what you will be credited.
I thank you for not crediting me as that.
No, it's just gonna happen. Write that down.
Yeah.
Just scratch out Brick David. Just bozo.
Do you still want to do the voice acting?
Well, I loved voice acting. It was
Yeah.
a lot of fun. Like I have an acting agent now, and which is
Dude,
not.
call him.
Oh, it's a her
Call her.
actually. Ladies can be
women
agents.
can do
Yeah.
stuff too.
Women can do almost everything now. I'll have
But-
you know.
My bad. Call
Cancel
her.
this motherfucker! Cancel! Get him out of here! Get him out! Get out of our podcast.
We respect
man. What the
women.
fuck? Yeah.
You literally said they were humans like not too long ago.
I don't recall saying
No, his
that.
face was
His
covered
face
in
was
his
blocked
eyes.
out. You had to block that shit. That's my brother Jared. That's my brother Jared. Fuck you. Yeah, you fucking piece of shit.
How dare you? First day.
You don't even have the same color mustache, man.
It's genetic.
Wasn't Derek wanted to do that too?
Yeah,
When
he went
was
to
on?
school for
Yeah,
voice
yeah, he went
acting,
to school- yeah.
Yeah, voice acting is so much fun. Regular acting is less fun.
Yeah.
Well, again, because like acting's like COVID just changed everything. Because like auditions, from my understanding of movies and shit, used to be like you go to a place, you line up, they're like, hey, read this and do this, you do it, and then you fuck off and you don't get the role. But now they just send you like a script and like, hey, just record this by yourself with your iPhone, and then send us an email of you in your laundry room saying lines, and then they're gonna not pick you. And
You're cool, and they get that footage, and you're like, sweet. All
yeah,
right, right on.
yeah. It's
Tight.
whenever I get like a voice acting audition, it's the best thing. 'Cause I'm like, I don't have to memorize shit. I can sit. I don't have to wear clothes. I can just sit there with a microphone and be like, Colgate Fab. I'll do it. I didn't get the role, guys. I didn't get the role. But it's just so much easier because I just read off a thing.
Yeah.
But then like, otherwise, like with regular auditions, like read overweight security guard lines. And they're pretty specific. They're like, you can't deviate from the script at all. Like if the line says, "Oh, I can't believe it's not milk" or whatever, you're not allowed to be like, "I cannot believe." Like, no, you change it. You can't do it. Gotta
Oh,
go
it's
back.
like,
yeah, they're,
okay.
they're
Well, yeah,
pretty
'cause
strict about that.
Everything is usually like trademarked, copywritten,
Yeah.
and all that shit. So if you say if I can't, or when it's supposed to be I cannot, somebody might already own I cannot,
Yeah.
but they own I can't.
And the writers are very, very proud of their work.
Yeah.
Like, hey, don't improv this shit.
Yeah, like we're the writers.
It's
Yeah,
fucking
we're writers. You're a clown. So.
We get paid 4 times the amount you do to write that line. So just say it.
Why don't you just
say it, clown.
My last,
Dance,
I got
monkey.
paid for acting recently, and that was just, so embarrassing. So basically, it was for a commercial it was Ryerson University, now it's like TMU or something like that.
They can
but
just do that.
yeah,
But Fleming doesn't.
no.
Yeah,
Well, I think
Fleming's really sticking.
Rebrand, bud.
I think Ryerson like owned slaves or something, or he disrespected a lady at one point. So like, we gotta change this name.
Those are
I don't know. They're equally bad in my eyes.
very.
Yeah, you're trying so hard to make up for your earlier comment.
I don't even.
I don't care what color your mustache was.
What comment? We love women the appropriate amount.
Good save on that last part there. No, that was good. I was going to call you out on that so fast, too. That was good.
No, I'm a good boy. I can't remember what I was talking about.
They
College.
changed their
They
name.
had to change because they had.
yeah, because of the thing. So, anyways, I did. So I was just like a background actor for that. But in the email they sent me, I hope my agent doesn't see this and drops me. But in the email they sent me,
You didn't tell her you were doing this. She would have been like, "What the? Don't
No,
go on
is
there."
that-
is this union or is this non-union?
Definitely don't go on that podcast. I listened to 35 seconds of one episode. That you can't go there.
Oh god, it was so awkward because like they're like, all right, it's just background shit. So like you don't have to do anything other than exist. But beforehand, they're like, it's just casual dress, just wear casual clothes, which means sleeves. And they're like, just take a photo of you in your whatever outfit you think you're gonna wear, and then we'll give you a thumbs up or whatnot, and then you're good. So it was just a me in a t-shirt, just a plain black t-shirt and like ripped jeans, and they're like, cool, good enough. And I brought a flannel with me just in case, because I'm like, sometimes they don't like the tattoos. And then I got there, and it was not casual even a little bit, because everybody else is wearing like suits and ties. And I'm like, I'm wearing ripped jeans, Vans with skulls on it. The only sleeves I got are a blue and black flannel when everyone else is wearing a tie. And I didn't bring a blazer. And, oh, God, I felt like such an asshole. They're
Did
like,
they let you in the shop?
they still let me in because they're like, dang it, we signed a contract. We have to let this guy here. I guess you'll go off to the side or in the back, and this guy's going to sit in front of you, so you can't really be seen other than you're a body. Eventually, they gave me a blazer, so they're like, all right,
You're already here.
you're here, I guess.
Wow. So you still obviously got paid?
Yeah, I still got paid for that, so I was like, there we go. That's it was,
Did they deduct anything for having to provide you the blazer?
I wouldn't doubt it. I wouldn't doubt it even a little bit. I gave him the blazer back. I didn't get to keep it.
Oh, fuck.
Bro.
No.
that's bullshit.
They weren't
Well,
that
then
nice.
you kind of won, I think.
And I'm gonna be in a commercial. You'll never see my face, but
Yeah,
if
but
you
you're
guys-
in it.
That's me!
And it's literally like the tip of his kneecap or something.
It's actually just the tip of my red nose. Just my squeaky little nose.
But you didn't pursue the clown thing.
No, I did not.
What deterred you from the clown thing?
I didn't want to kill myself.
Oh,
that,
okay.
Ah!
That could be what
That-
gets people out of the clown game. I get that.
the best thing that happened for clown class, the only thing like I really took away that was useful, because like, there's a bunch of stuff that I'll do, and I'm like, this could maybe help me in comedy, or like I thought that before I did comedy. One of the things we had to do in clown class is that you would like wear your stupid little nose, and you pop out from behind a curtain, and you would have to make a sound or do something dramatic to make the class laugh. And the point of this of the exercise was that you're gonna fail. You're gonna fail a lot, and you
get
have to
that,
be
yeah.
okay sitting in your failure. So you'd go and you'd be like, "Gah," and then nobody would laugh or anything, and then you have to stay on stage and then, "Gah," and you just keep trying. There we go. I could get off the stage now. Like you just keep doing it until somebody makes a sound of laughter or joy, and it'd be so awkward because like there's some people up there for like 2 to 3 minutes,
Oh, no.
just like
The longest 2-3
yeah,
minutes.
and then
of your
we're
life.
all just, oh god.
I
I'm
would
pity
just- I
laughing
would-
second noise.
I would yell.
You would just hear Chase. Ah!
You'd be the hero.
That was good. Get off.
Get up.
That's a clown if I ever saw one. Yeah, it was just.
Yeah, you get on there, you do that or whatever. No one laughs. I'll fucking end my life if none of you laugh right now.
I will shoot myself with this here gun.
I will end my life, and all of you will be in the fucking note if you don't laugh right now.
You know what you do? You just pull the nose, because it's still on that string. You just pull it back and then let it snap into your mouth and just let yourself suffocate on it. That's how the clowns do it.
Wait.
I have a DNR.
Wait. You had to wear the nose while on stage doing it?
Oh, no, I wasn't joking about the nose. They
nose
gave
was
us all a nose,
Okay.
and you had to wear the stupid little red nose in
Like
class.
the whole every class.
Mhm.
Shut the fuck up. That's the best
What
thing
happens
I've
if
ever
you
heard.
left your nose?
Oh, then the professor's like, don't worry, we got extras.
There you go.
They shoot you in the kneecap.
Do you
Don't
still
forget
have
your.
it?
No, thank God.
You didn't keep your nose?
You
I
didn't frame that?
No.
You didn't frame that your diploma? Come on.
Diploma?
Yeah, no.
Bigger case for the nose. The diploma's just got a nail to the wall. The nose is in a glass case.
It's above your kitchen table. Just want to remind what we're eating tonight. Let's provide in here.
Hey, I worked hard for that nose, all right? God damn.
You know what I went through to earn that?
Went through hell. I was in the shit, don't you know?
You got your bullshit fucking red seal. I got my red nose back there.
Shut up. I went to college.
It's amazing. I maintained a girlfriend whilst having that nose for a time. Is that true? Did I have a girlfriend? I like to think I had a girlfriend during that time.
Can't say for certain. There was
I
a lot of
don't know.
delusions at the time.
I'm so delusional. I genuinely had to stop. I'm like, did I have a girlfriend at that point? Maybe. I don't know.
I'm not sure.
That was
about it
something your
ever
brain
either.
came up with.
It's
just to
it was
help.
it's a self-defense thing.
Yeah.
It's just,
You gotta cope somehow, bud.
that's true. If it's not lying to yourself, it's I don't know, clown noses, I guess.
Clown noses. You gotta love that shit.
So
you
what
don't.
do you
You gotta love that shit.
do? You do anything now besides comedy and acting?
No, that's mostly what I do.
That's pretty tight.
Yeah,
That's
it's,
actually
it's
a tight.
mostly stand up for me.
Yeah.
I've wanted to do stand up like forever since I was just a wee lad. And
When the thought first come?
pardon?
When did the thought first come about being a stand-up?
I don't know. Like I remember the first comedian who I actively was like that I think like really really got me was Dane Cook with the Vicious Circle because like I was just discovering.
That's actually funny. That was the first guy I ever listened to.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Well, it's because you're obviously my brother.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
As we all know, it was the same house.
Write that down. You gotta dye his mustache blonde at that exact moment.
But yeah, because I was just going YouTube, and then people would just do like animated shorts of clips from Vicious Circle, and I was like, "Wow, these videos are really funny." I don't know who this guy talking is, but these are great. And then I eventually saw the bits, like just from him in his regular ways, and like Bill Burr and like a bunch of other comedians as well. But like Dane Cook was the first one, and I was always kind of like the class clown because like I'm the middle child, so I had to be stupid for attention.
Yeah, of course.
And so I was like, I want to do that. Like I always like to make people laugh, and that was kind of the dream. And then my dad, a very supportive Scottish guy, would always tell me, don't do that. You're never going to be the next Jim Carrey. Go to school and get a real job. Work with electricity, he would say. He's like, electricity's not going anywhere. Learn electricity. I'm like, that's not a thing you can learn, but I can be funny. And
No, you totally could learn
Yeah.
the electricity thing.
I could have.
It's actually a great life path. Dave.
I know. I could have made Tesla.
If you're a fucking loser, fuck you. Sorry, I had to do
That was to
that.
all the electricians.
My
Like, he has
dad's
personal-
listening to this. He's gonna hear that you said that.
Is he an electrician?
No,
Yeah,
he's
I think so.
retired.
Retired electrician?
No, he worked for a bank, and then they made him retire.
What's he know about electricity? No, I'm just kidding.
Not much.
So he's not a
I
lazy
watched
bastard.
him. No, he's not electric at all. Like he does like work around the house, but like I watched him electrocute himself like 3 times from the same
basically an
outlet,
electrician.
and it wasn't like, oh, he thought I turned it off. He was like, I'm so close though. I'm like, what? Yeah, I was at my grandma's house, and good times. And then eventually I turned the thing off, and he was like, "Ah, see, I fixed it." I'm like, "You sure did, Dad. You're,
You're just there for support.
Good job, bud.
yep, you did it. You
Good
did
job. Go back on the couch now.
it." He lives on that couch at
Oh,
night.
man,
He's a
dude.
fine guy. He's Scottish, so he drinks a lot and just falls asleep on the couch.
What's his drink of choice?
It's guys, Bacardi White and Coke.
Yeah. I
You
was
know it's bad when your son knows your drink of choice
Yeah.
off the top of his head.
Bro, I was drinking Bacardi White all the time when I was fucking like probably it's had to be around 17, 18. I was drinking that shit all the time, bro.
What's your drink of choice now?
Now I like because the problem is I like to sit down and watch sports most of the time, so it's hard to sit there and drink whiskey and try to like watch football all day.
That's fair.
So because it's like by the 4th game you're fucking hammered, and you can't, and you're just
That's the fun of it.
yeah. But I like smashing back beers now. Drink
fair.
either like Moosehead, Bud Light, Budweiser, any of those. We were on a big whiskey kick for a bit. Used to be a big whiskey.
I'm still a big whiskey.
Yeah, but it's like it just I don't know. Sometimes I'm not into that. I actually just like enjoying like smoking now and relaxing.
Like weed or
Yeah, I
like,
just like
No
literally-
crack.
No heroin.
That's fair.
We do opium.
Things are different here. I feel unsafe.
You mix up your dab pen and your DMT pen. Fuck.
Not again.
I break.
Is this what peer pressure is about?
Yeah.
We could do that.
Do
if
you feel
wanted.
pressured right now?
Yeah, like if you
Are we peers?
Well, are you
I
cool?
thought we were.
Oh, then yeah, I'm so pressured. Let's go. Whatever you guys want to do, I'm down for. Just tell me that I'm cool.
You are cool, right?
You're cool.
Jesus Christ.
Are
Hand on
you
the pen.
cool?
Hand on the
Am I
pen.
cool? I mean, how could somebody with thousands of dollars worth of Zelda tattoos not be cool?
I can't argue that. I was trying to find a flaw. I can't. No, you're right.
I think it's less the tattoos and more the big red nose for me
That's
to make
fair.
me cool, but
That's
to each their own.
you don't
fair.
carry that on you, do you?
No.
I would recommend it.
I
Keep that fucking piece on you.
Keep that motherfucking thing on you, boy.
I carry it with me in here.
Oh shit!
And in my memories that I haven't repressed yet. I'm trying, but then I keep talking about it on podcasts, and then here we go.
You've been on a lot of podcasts.
No, this is my only one ever.
Oh, so it's like super
So
common
we
for
took
Yes.
your podcast virginity? Is
You
that what you're
did.
saying? Oh
You
my
did.
god.
This is a rough start.
My
for
cherry
you.
is actually just a red nose.
Yeah. Like, what's a day like for that commercial? What did that day look like? How long is that day? Like, how long are you there for?
Good question. I was probably there for about like 6-7 hours, something like that. Background,
So it's like a day. Like,
Yeah,
it's
it's like
definitely a day.
just for background
Yeah,
stuff?
because like a lot of the times they're just like, yeah, just go sit in the corner until like we need you. So there's a lot of downtime, and then there's just like constant reshoots, and it's, they'll shoot the shot and they're like, okay, we'll do it again, like an inch to the left, like oh, we'll do it again, but then that person's head has to be looking up, and like for the background actors, they don't really give a shit about us too much. Like we don't do anything other than like, hey, take a step to the left or
Do you do a lot
move
of
here.
like
Yeah, we did have to do some of the fake talking and stuff like that. And
What do you talk about when you're doing fake talking?
when I do fake talking, I try to make my peers laugh by actually talking. Just quiet enough that like the cameras can't hear
I was
me.
gonna say the producers hate you.
Oh, they will hate me if they hear me. They'll probably just kick me off the set, like knowing how unprofessional I am. But
You guys mind if I practice my set right now?
Hey, I'm gonna do a quick five. Quick five.
guys, I'm about to be a funny little guy. If you guys are ready,
Very
please don't
cool.
heckle me. I'm.
Doing a quick set silently to two other people, and one guy's like, "You suck." If you were on stage right now, I'd boo the fuck out of you.
Yeah, that happens too often. Thankfully, no, I've never been booed off stage. I've bombed a fuck ton though.
Everybody bombs.
Everybody's bombed.
We never have, obviously.
No, 'cause you guys-
all of ours are hits.
Comedic.
We don't post the bad
Comedic
ones.
geniuses.
Yeah.
We step on stage.
Step on stage.
Said this is our stage. We had a comedian CJ Irwin on, and he always talks about that. And he talks about like certain like his heckling, like hecklers. Like have you ever had something like that? Like what's like what's the worst you think for you?
I think I don't know that I had like a worse heckler because like most of the hecklers that I get or that I see are drunk people. And like my dad, like he's fine, but he's definitely an alcoholic. My oldest sister, fucking whatever. Another basket case. I used to drink a lot. I was technically an alcoholic. Like I was fine. I was like I have to have my tall boys every night. Doesn't matter where I am. So like drunk people annoy me, but like I can handle it because I'm pretty used to it. So if I get drunk hecklers, I'm like I'm gonna make fun of you, and then people are gonna laugh at you, and then I'm gonna feel big about myself. So by all means, embarrass yourself because when I've got the microphone, I'm never more confident than when I have that microphone in my hand. I'm not holding this microphone, so I'm scared right now.
Yeah, so
but
you're
like if I was
shaking,
holding,
yeah.
I'm
Grab,
shaking.
grab a handful.
Uh,
Grab a handful of that.
I feel good now.
There you go.
You're very obviously very like quick-witted and stuff, like even just through this conversation and shit. So like I know you obviously
Sure.
come in like with a bit and like whatever. Do you feel more confident doing like the written memorized shit, or more like if somebody heckles you, like crowd work kind of shit?
I definitely feel more comfortable with like my written stuff because I'm like with a lot of it I'm like okay, this is tried and true. I know this is gonna get a laugh. There are plenty of times where like like I'll be watching the show, comedians gone before me, and I try to start my sets off like riffing off of something that somebody else has said, or if they've done some crowd work, like like recently there was a couple and they were at the comedy show for their 1 year anniversary. And then I go on and I'm like, so whose idea was this? And the guy's like, oh, it was me. And I was like, so it was your idea to bring your lovely wife or girlfriend or whatever your relationship is, your lovely partner to a comedy show full of attractive guys who are infinitely funnier than you. Very confident, very confident. Good for you, sir. But like anytime I want to, it got a better laugh that night. But like anytime I want to like make fun of somebody or kind of like, mostly when I want to make fun of somebody, I always get like really, really nervous because I'm like, I hope they don't get angry. Like this only works if people laugh because if they don't laugh, I'm just an asshole.
Yeah, you
so
could
that's-
change the feeling of the crowd right
Yeah.
away.
You go to make fun of somebody, and room goes quiet. Someone else goes, "You're a piece of shit." Dude.
Get the fuck off! You can't say that.
What the fuck is your problem?
Yeah, dude.
Blind Deaf Jerry's a great guy.
It's funny. I was on a show and I can't remember the name of the comedian. There's a blind comedian, and this show did not go well for me at all. But so he's
How's
up
his
there.
crowd work?
His not great. He oh god, this show like I don't know, the host and the co-host, it was mostly the co-host, just love to interrupt people's sets and like heckle the comedians, which is annoying.
The host would do that?
Yeah.
Wow, that's okay.
Which I was like, come on, man, you're supposed to not do this of
Yeah.
all people.
Yeah. Are they also comedians? Or
Yeah, one of them is comedian, the other one is just like
a guy.
just his friend, I guess.
That feels like something you should know going in as a comedian. Like nobody likes to be interrupted.
Yeah, he
That's
they
the perfect job for me.
they freak with the blind guy set because like as he's doing his bits, at one point like he's telling a story that's obviously leading up to a punchline, and the co-host is like, tell a joke. I'm like, he's He's doing it now.
That's the whole bit. That's the whole part.
And then at one point, he like breaks a piece off his hot dog and like sneakily fed the service dog to the blind guy while he was on stage. So he's up there telling his jokes, and his dog's just like eating a hot dog, and no one's listening to him because we're all just watching this dog eat a hot dog. And we're like, you're not supposed to pet service dogs, let alone feed them hot dogs while their owner is telling jokes on stage. So that was an interesting show. Nobody's fed me hot dogs while I was on stage yet.
Bullshit.
Not yet.
It's hard.
Not yet.
Hard to tell jokes while someone's feeding you a hot dog.
It's hard, but it's not impossible.
Oh, thank you.
You're on stage just. So anyway,
The person's like, you're talking, and he's like, I thought you looked hungry. Like, thought you'd be wanting this.
I am hungry, but like I'm diabetic. I can't just take my sugars. I can't just
Yeah.
eat this right now.
He's like, I'm so sorry, I didn't understand. And then you're having a full-blown conversation with the guy. He's like, I'm so sorry, I didn't. It's like, it's okay. You weren't. How were you supposed to know? How were you supposed to know when you're coming up here, giving me a hot dog in the middle of my set? Of course.
This is a steamed. Oh, get this fucking out. I only like hot dogs if they come from like sketchy street corners where I'm like, I might get salmonella. If it's like,
Okay, you have to stay because we were giving him food recommendations earlier. You have to stay until tomorrow morning, and then during the day you go to
forcing
Canadian
you.
Tire and you get one of his hot dogs.
we're going to Canadian Tire hot dog stand.
yeah, those are adjacent to the street hot dogs. I'm like, yeah, it's just a dude in a booth.
Yeah.
He can't
Wait,
even
is
wash
that-
his hands.
Is that like a national thing? Like outside Canadian Tire, they have a hot dog guy.
I
Hot
imagine
Hot
so.
dog carts? Yeah, they're
Yeah.
everywhere.
Like just outside of Canadian Tire specifically, though.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
Shut the.
Well, I
At
feel
first,
like
I thought you were asking is Canadian Tire a national thing?
No,
and I
yeah,
didn't know
but
how-
the hot
no,
dog guy.
just Windsor and Amherstburg.
I don't know how often you go to Canadian Tire where you live, but do they have a hot dog guy?
Yeah.
That's fucking the coolest thing I've ever heard.
I think I would say majority of the Canadian Tires I've been to in my years of life, they've got a hot dog guy.
I thought
Such a
that was-
good idea.
I thought that was like the Rose guy, like just a guy
Nah.
that shows
No,
up there.
there's a guy downtown, though, that does have a hot dog cart and will roll his hot dog cart around and
So good.
at night serve people hot dog. I mean,
2 in the morning.
drunk people hot dog.
2 in the morning.
There, I always say this story, but like one time I see that guy and there's a drunk dude trying to preach with him of starting a tab, and he's like, "This isn't like a this isn't like a thing where we could start a tab and you could just get hot dogs, put them on the tab." And the guy's like trying to preach it, like this poor guy too. You could just tell he's just like a guy trying to make a few bucks on the weekend or whatever. And this drunk guy's like, "Come on, man, come on."
I'm good for it. You know me.
And the guy was like,
for a wiener.
yeah. And he's like, you were just in the bar, though. Like, that's the thing. You were just in the bar. You have a wallet. Like, I have debit. It's not like the guy didn't have, like, he's like, you could pay for this fucking hot dog. And the guy was just preaching with them, like, I want this fucking.
I need this, bro.
Live your dreams, I guess. You know, no one else is gonna tell you to do it. Go see if you can barter with the hot dog vendors.
There's even a guy, like, around here that does, like, in the summertime, the ice cream, like, bicycle thing.
Yeah, I saw him.
Like,
Yeah.
the big fucking
He was
freezer
fucking
in the back.
grinding the other day.
He
when
was
we seen
grinding
him.
the last couple
He was
days. Every time
fast.
we ride to the studio, this guy's just fucking flying up and down the streets,
Yeah.
just up and down, pedaling, selling ice cream, bro. And I'm like,
Probably
fuck
got
yeah.
the strongest legs in the city.
Oh fuck,
Yeah.
Has to.
you got it right with that big ass fucking cooler in the front.
Yeah.
Big ass cooler with
What
the,
are those things called?
A cooler bike.
It's a cooler bike than I've got.
Hey, see, this guy's got me.
I wrote all of these down beforehand.
Yeah.
Bring up bicycles with coolers. I'm gonna be so funny.
Practice these in the mirror.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Did.
no.
Do you practice in the mirror?
Not in the mirror. I'll just practice like walking around my bedroom while my girlfriend tries to ignore me.
Yeah, you're like trying to like show her a bit, and she's just like, "What? Yeah, okay.
Yeah. Oh yeah. All the time. There's plenty of times I'm like, I'm so proud of a new joke, and I love her to death. Love her to death. I might marry this lady if she doesn't dump me. But I'll think of a new idea, and I'm like super proud of it, and I'll like run the idea by her, and she will rip it apart.
Oh.
Like I don't know. I'll bring up a premise. She's like, well, actually, it's because of this and that. I'm like, Jesus Christ, this is why you don't come to my shows. I know that, sweetie. It's a joke.
It's a ha-ha.
I'm gonna be saying a lot of them. If I don't know if you know this or not, but she's great. She doesn't come to my shows.
Probably for the best.
Yeah, she's heard all my jokes like 100 times.
Getting heckled by your partner in the crowd is probably not a good
The
feeling.
old lady wife.
Thank you, babe. I know. It's a joke. It's a joke. This is a comedy show. Thank you.
One bombs, you'd be like, yeah, my girl told me not to tell that one.
She's here. She's
She's here.
cringing.
She told me not to tell that one.
She's wonderful. She's thank you for coming, babe. Thank you for. Oh, she took the car keys. Oh, that's a problem.
Do you remember whatever your first set was like?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. It went well. It went better. It was going. Oh, here's the thing. It didn't go great. It was going okay. It was like a crisp okay. But then one guy who I'm assuming was drunk, he loved it. And I was like, I'm doing my jokes for this one guy. And that's all I needed. And then, because that one guy was just loving it afterwards, the host was like, oh, you're pretty funny. You got some laughs. How long you been doing it? I'm like, about 6 minutes. And he's like, oh,
You had
Okay.
you had like 5 minutes of material.
yeah, well, that's the thing. Like with any, and this just any new comedians who might be listening to this or anybody who wants to try comedy, get your shit together. Get 5 minutes of whatever you think is funny. Have it memorized. If you got to go up with like a notebook to like have the names of your jokes in case you're like, oh, what comes after joke A? Oh, it's that one. Like glance over it and that's fine. But like I've seen too many new comedians go up there and they're not memorized, or they go up and they're like, I don't really have any jokes. I just thought my friends think I'm funny, and I want to kill them every time. And if you go up and you're like, and I understand like maybe you don't memorize your joke 100%, but like if you go up and you read off a piece of paper your joke, I hope you choke on that piece of paper. Nobody's on your side.
Well, it's just not working because you're like literally.
Yeah, it
reading
doesn't deliver.
That's the
the
thing.
same.
It's like if you don't think your joke is funny, then we're not thinking it's funny, and you don't think it's funny because you don't know what it is yet.
Yeah.
So yeah, anybody who wants to try stand up out in the world, go find yourself an open mic, have 5 minutes of practice material, just go up there, do your thing, and then just keep doing it. I guess that's all you gotta. You just keep working it, and then every now and then you write new jokes.
What's your process now for writing jokes?
It's hard for me to just like sit down and be like, all right, it's joke writing time. Like periodically, like something will happen. I'm like, it'll just make me think of another joke, or like a joke, and I'll kind of write it down, and then I'll try to like
pen and paper.
Yeah, like a lot of the times I'll usually just use my phone because like if I'm out somewhere, like if I'm driving especially, I'll just make a voice memo, or like I have like my reminders, which is just kind of like point form joke ideas. But then in my joke notebook, I'll also have like a bunch of scribbles of like, oh, here's a little joke that I thought of tonight, and then I try to like organize it. So I'm like, all right, this joke is about religion, which can lead into this joke, which can lead into this joke. So that way the whole thing kind of like flows together, and then you go out, you try saying it, either it gets a laugh or it doesn't. There are some jokes that like, the same joke can get a laugh in one room and bomb in the next room. So like some jokes, you just, it's just the audience. So like any new joke, I've got to like try it for about a week or so before I'm like, yeah, this is maybe something I can work on, or yeah, this is garbage, depending on how many times I go out. But and then just some jokes make me think of new ideas and so on and so forth. I'm not very good at storytelling yet. Like I've got a couple stories where I'm like, oh, these are kind of funny, but I'm like, this is a kind of a funny story to tell somebody, but this, I don't know if this translates super well as like as a stand-up bit. Like for example, here's just a story. Like so there's one day I was driving home from Toronto. I was at a frat party because the boy's cool.
Sha.
Yeah, my buddy's part of a frat. It's like 3 a.m. or something like that. I've sobered up for a couple hours. I'm like, all right, I'm good enough to drive home.
45 minutes.
Yeah, about that much time. And weed doesn't count. Weed doesn't.
Yeah.
That's not a real thing.
You're
You can
sober.
smoke a joint and still be sober. But
Cops know
that's what I tell them every time. They don't agree. But I'm getting off the highway, and there's like a ride share, and the cops are checking everybody. And I'm like, well, I'm fucked. They're going to smell the beer or the weed. There goes my life. And I pull off to the side, and the guy's like, oh, license and registration, all that stuff. I'm like, here you go. He looks at my license, and he kind of like pokes his head in the car, and he does like a little... And he's like, do you know a Cynthia? I'm like, my sister? Yes. I know her. He's like, well, we're looking for her. Yeah. She's not supposed to be driving. We've been staking out your place, and her car's missing. Smells like she's been driving your car. I'm like, that's right, officer.
Yeah.
She has taken my car. Do you know where she is right now? I don't, officer. I'm just on my way home from a friend's house. And he's like, all right, well, you just get on home. You see her, tell her we're looking for her, and don't let her drive your car anymore. It doesn't smell so good. I'm like, thank you. I will do that.
Yeah.
And then I went home, and I was like, oh, shit, I got to smoke a bowl about this.
And then get
Did you
behind
give
the
your
wheel.
sister a heads up?
No, fucker.
Yeah.
Come on. At least you're
12 looking for you.
Yeah.
So
She's fine now.
Sorry, never mind. I misunderstood the story. Literally ignore me.
Here, also, I'm gonna read you a text I got from a coworker of mine today. Who he was a G, to be honest.
He was like he's no longer a G.
He is still.
Oh, okay. Current G.
Hey, there's a summons officer outside, just in case.
That's thoughtful.
And I was like, thanks, bro. And he goes, fuck 12.
Fuck 12.
It's not for me, probably. But
Wink.
hi, Mom. Well, like, thanks for looking out, dude. That was tight.
That
That
is
was
tight.
tight
That
as
is very
fuck.
tight.
Yeah, I was like, okay. I didn't know we were tight like that. It kind of changed my perspective on our friendship.
Yeah. Like he's just giving you the heads up.
Yeah.
Like, hey, man. Just want to let you know 12's outside.
They're looking for somebody. Might
Takes
be
so
you, might not.
takes so little to make a friendship.
That's all it took.
It
for me.
took, like,
I'll follow him to the ends of the earth.
I'll tell you this story, but I always say this story, so I apologize to people that have already heard it before. But there was, so I work in a powder coat shop, so I just paint parts and stuff like that, paint rims, cars, stuff. And I was working at my old shop when I was like about 16, 17 years old, and an OPP officer got his rims done at our place, but he was in his service car at the time, so he's like, oh, I'm just going to pick him up and then drive back to the station, pick up his car, and then he was going to go home because the shop was just on the way back from his shift or whatever. So he pulls in, and we wanted to fuck with the guy that sandblast or whatever, and we were like, hey, do you mind like asking the officer, hey, do you mind like being like, if we went up to our buddy being like, hey, the cops are here looking for you, man, like, do you mind playing along? And the cop was like totally down to do it. He was like, yeah, I'll do it, that's fine. So I go in the back and I say, hey, I said, hey, Luke, someone's like, there's a cop here or whatever, and he says that they were looking for you, they went to your house and now they're here. And he goes, oh, okay, yeah, I'll be there in a second or whatever. So I turn around to walk back into the lobby, and then I turn back just before I go in the lobby. I see him sprinting into the fucking goddamn woods in the back, and then he left, and then I had to go in there. I had to go in there, and I had to be like, so I told him, and he said okay. And when I turned around, he ran into the woods, and then the guy goes, he ran into the woods, and I'm like, yeah, he ran into the woods. He goes, wonder what he did. And he took his rims and fucking left. He just left. And then when he came back about like 20, 25 minutes later, once he seen the cop car was gone, and we were like, bro, why the fuck did you run? And he goes, I don't know. And we're like, what did you do? Did you do something like that we don't know about? And he goes, no, I don't know. I just didn't know why they were here. So I wanted to find out first. So I called my mom. I called my mom to ask if the cops were there, and she said no. And yeah, it was just a whole fucking thing. But it was funny that you just ran. Like, you just dipped.
Hey, take no chances.
Yeah, take no fucking chances,
Take no chances.
bro. Take no fucking chances.
Luke's a real one for that.
Luke's like, nah, I ain't even doing it for the bit. Fuck all y'all.
So this one time, a long time ago, as in like, man, 6 years ago. So we're going to this house party for a chick's birthday. So I'm fucking smashed. I've already had half a bottle of whiskey and about 19 dabs. I'm not driving, thankfully at the time, but there is a guy who's the DD. We get pulled over. His license has been expired for almost a year. They took all of our licenses as well and come back and ask, is anyone good to drive? And just without thinking, I'm like, I am, officer. I was not. So I get in the driver's seat. Cop walks away. I look back at my friend and I said, I do not have this. I was not mentally prepared to operate a motor vehicle. So I don't have this. I will drive as straight as possible for the rest of the road. And then you have to take over the minute he's not watching. And I swear, the most focused I've ever been on the road in my life. Like 10 and 2. 10 and 2. Just look at the speed limit. Memorize that. Look at speedometer. Speed limit speedometer. 10 and 2.
Checking the blind spots.
Checking Making
New
sure
driver.
my-
You're a new driver. The head's turned. Locked.
Turn the radio off. I gotta focus better.
Yeah. But
That was real. Like, yeah.
no, I turned that off. Yeah, I was like, nope, no sounds. No
When you're
sounds
look-
but the engine.
It's even when you're looking for a house too. Like, let me shut the fucking lower
Yeah.
this down real quick so I can find
So
the
I-
address.
We're driving straight and the cop's still following us. I'm like, oh God. Oh God. He's still behind us, isn't he? It's been 10 minutes. It was not. It was like 30 seconds. And the minute the cop turned off the road, I let out like a big sigh and was like, I could probably drive to the house. I keep driving.
I mean, you made it this far, I guess.
Made it down the block. I can make it cross town.
Reminds me, there was a time, it was back in high school, my buddies and I, we were smoking in my buddy's car, and then we're like, oh, we need to go find another place to smoke weed. Dude,
That's all you're doing as a kid.
Yeah, that's all we did was just smoke weed.
What if we got in a motor vehicle, drove across town,
To go
smoke somewhere else than where we are right now?
Yeah, that was our life.
and then drive home.
And smoke in the car, obviously.
Yeah.
Obviously, no.
be
Well, the leather.
But like we pulled into like some park, and it was like 9 o'clock at night. It's like, it's all nighttime darkness and whatever. So we pull into the parking lot, and there's a cop car just existing there. And we tell our buddy, we're like, Kabir, like, just park. We'll get out for a few minutes. We'll just fuck around, and then eventually we'll leave. So Kabir doesn't do that at all. And he pulls in, sees the cop, pulls right back out, and of course the cop follows us, and he's like, this is suspicious as hell. What are you guys doing? So he pulls us over. The car smells like weed, but I guess he doesn't have a sense of smell. And we're like, oh, we were looking for McDonald's. And he's like, where are you? Guess I'm going to escort you there. So that he escorted us, followed us there to McDonald's. We're like, okay, I guess we have to go to McDonald's now.
Yeah.
Darn.
Yeah, your buddy's like, but I already ate. Get pulling the fucking goddamn
Eat the fucking McDouble.
The cop's sitting there. You're inside the McDonald's. He's watching you eat your junior chicken.
I actually stopped eating McDonald's in high school because not because I'm better than you guys. I am, but that's not why. But like every day, somebody wanted to go to McDonald's, like at lunch or after school or whatever. So I was going to McDonald's like 2-3 times a day at some points, and I'm like, I can't keep affording to eat McDonald's and buy weed at the same time,
Dude.
So I
Tell
chose
me
weed.
about it. Tell me about it. So this is the play I made. I became a manager at McDonald's.
Yummy.
Eat for free, and then I had more money for weed.
What you guys thinking?
We had a buddy one time.
I had a buddy one time too.
we had our buddy one time. He goes, so this he's like, my car insurance or phone bill or weed, and he chose the weed.
Yeah.
By the way, this was the third payment he missed on his phone, so he was like, it was kind of already made for him. He was like saying it like, guys, what do you think I should do? And it's like, well, we know we already ordered the weed. Like, come on, like let's not kid ourselves.
A lot of times we were paying each other's bills.
Yeah.
That's fair. That's fair.
We were fixing each other's cars because we couldn't afford to go to a mechanic. So it'd be like, okay, bro, listen, let's just look at a quick YouTube video, and I bet we could figure that. And by the way, I just want to say, whenever you're looking at a YouTube video of how someone's fixing it, they look like they're doing it with these. You're like, why the fuck is this bolt so tight? Like, you know what I mean?
Nobody's
All the
ever
time.
angry in those videos. I'm like,
Yeah.
this isn't real.
Because whenever I'm doing anything, whether it's simple like changing brakes, doing oil,
I can
anything
do
like
a
that,
transmission flush.
Yeah, and it's just like, and every time this is how the start of like working on a vehicle is, what the fuck? Like, that's always the start. What the fuck is that? Like, you know what I mean? That's where it just starts, and it just escalates, and it's just like, I'm getting on the fucking ground. Like, my dad will talk to himself on the fucking ground at 50 something. He's talking shit.
Yeah, I don't like to, like, I'm not super handsy, officers, but but whenever I have to do like anything, I just try to make sure like my girlfriend's not around, because I'm like, I'm not an angry guy, but I'm also pretty stupid and I don't have a lot of patience. So like, for example, like I had to like change the light bulb in my car. Like, how many idiots does it take to change a light bulb?
6.
6, yes. But so I had to like pop the shell off, and I watched the videos and stuff. And again, it starts off, I'm like, how the fuck? What the fuck even? And then I always
Do I have that bolt?
What the fuck? And anytime I'm doing anything, it always gets to like, how the fuck are you supposed to do this? How's anyone supposed to do this?
It's not made for human hands.
These hands weren't made to create.
I'm
Destroy.
almost like, those motherfuckers definitely loosened those bolts
No.
beforehand.
No. They go through with their fucking little torque gun, unscrew everything, and then I use my ratchet. 2 clicks, it's off. Fuck you.
You and your dad are both hitting the fucking crank wrench. Like, come on, get it off.
I had to do a brake job on a 20-year-old Honda Civic, and that took 2.5 weeks. because every single bolt was rusted on to the point we had to snap them all off.
Oh God.
And then we put the brakes together, and the brakes did not work. So we had to push it back into the garage and try for another couple days. And then a couple months later, he found out that we had missed an entire portion of the brake system, and it was not bolted down. It was kind of just sitting in place. And that was the last time I did drum brakes. I'll probably never do them again. Don't buy anything made before 2002.
Okay, I'm good. My car's like 2013, 2014.
Nice.
Full Scarlet Beatrice is her name.
Nice.
What you rocking here?
She's a Nissan Altima.
Hard.
She's red, not like a sexy red, but
Oh,
like
right.
like an old grandma
Yeah,
red.
like a faded red, like been out in
Like
the
Aaron's
sun for a
car?
bit.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like been like a little sunburnt, you know.
Yeah.
Been, yeah.
Like she's been around the
Yeah.
block.
She's
Beautiful.
soaking up. Looks like a 50-year-old Florida woman baking in the sun.
That's
you know.
hot.
Yeah. Well, that's what you're into, man.
You've been reading my diary. That was
Can-
spot on. I was kind
Can
of.
we read your diary? Do you have it here with you? Can we read it?
If you really want to,
I do.
you're not gonna like what it says. It's a lot of self-deprecating stuff.
I'm so excited. Let's read it.
the first thing we can read. What's something that you can tell us from your diary?
The light of my life is gone.
Okay. All right.
Go on.
That's my last entry.
That's my last entry. That's the latest entry.
I wrote that yesterday.
Oh, good. Is that like a daily thing or?
Yeah, I got it.
Oh, okay.
Myself.
Well,
Do you actually like keep a journal or a diary?
Sometimes
Captain's log?
depends how far down I am.
That's fair.
Yeah,
yeah.
My dad does that. I see him like journaling all the time.
yeah.
I don't know what he's writing about.
about.
I was just sitting that for a second.
Just say, you can say, yeah. But other than like the comedy thing, you like there were because we were talking before we started. Like you thought you went down a couple different job avenues. If there was like,
Yeah.
if you didn't want to do the voice acting and the comedy, what would you do?
I don't know. Like, and I'm at the point now where it's like I should get a big boy job because money is a thing, and I'm like, yeah, I can still do comedy at night, and like. I know a lot of comedians who have like full-time jobs and stuff like that, but I keep telling myself like, no, because if you get a full-time job and like I got 3 jobs now and that's somehow manageable for me. But the idea of doing a 9 to 5 and then being like, okay, well, I'm off at 5 and then I have to be in Toronto or wherever by like 7, and therefore I'm only going to have 2 days off on the weekends, but then those are going to be comedy days, or I have to do the other hosting job, and it just seems like if I did that, I'd never see my girlfriend. Whereas having 3 jobs, I count comedy as one of them. Every now and then I'm like, oh, I don't have to work during the day. Look at that. I can have a little bit of freedom. But like, I don't know. I was looking lately at, there's that old saying, it's like if you can't do, teach. And I'm Indeed.com is like, you could be an acting coach or an acting teacher. I'm like, I'm not going to be famous for acting. So like I could probably tell kids how to pretend that they're going to be famous for acting. But I genuinely don't know. Like, there's a lot of things that I think I could do. I know we were mentioning earlier, like I thought, like I love cooking, and I thought maybe I'll, go to culinary school. And then I got a job in a kitchen, and I was like, fuck that off.
Yeah,
Not
it really
doing
sucks.
that. And like I worked for Honda and like Volkswagen.
Was it like an actual restaurant too? Like
Yeah,
yeah.
it was a sushi place. And
What were you doing for Honda?
for Honda, I was like the PDI, so I was doing like detailing and like delivering
Okay.
the cars and stuff like that. That was one of my favorite jobs.
That does sound not bad.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
does sound nice.
Yeah, it was just great because like every now and then, because I'm delivering the new cars, but every now and then it'd be like, gotta detail some customer car, and I always remember we got like this matte purple, not the Dodge Charger. What's the one? The one that looks like the Mustang GT. There he goes. I always get those two. I'm like, they look similar, but yeah, like a matte purple Mustang GT, and I was like, nobody's
Can you
fucking
search that
touching
up?
this car except for me. And I had fun driving that and whatnot. I got to learn how to drive stick shift at that job, so that was kind of exciting.
That's sick.
I was so nervous to start because like the week before I started, I got into a car accident.
Ah.
And now they're like, oh, now your job is driving. And I was like, well, shit. Yeah, look at that handsome bad boy.
That's so nice.
That's a nice matte purple. Yeah. I was like, oh, boy. I don't know shit about cars. Like if you ask me any detailed questions.
Yeah, that is sick. I like that color, man.
Right.
Fuck.
God damn, that's pretty. It was too pretty. It's too pretty for me. But yeah, so that was the highlight. Actually, no, 2 highlights was that. And then there was one day, like one of the delivery trucks came. There's like one of those trucks that has like a bunch of cars on it. but they didn't secure the top car that was like kind of hanging over the top of the truck driver. And when he parked, it just slid off the front and just nosedived. And it died. He didn't die. The car died. It got just crunched. That was a really funny thing for me because I didn't have to deal with that at all.
Right, that's
Yeah.
on your end.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Doesn't affect me at
Doesn't
all,
affect
but
me at all.
hilarious.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
That guy's life ruined though.
Somebody who needed that Honda Civic, you gotta wait a little bit longer,
yeah,
pal.
the job. Fucking.
That guy's life is over.
Yeah.
Like, he's got to find a whole new career.
Without this Civic, I'm nothing.
I'm at the truck driver, but yeah, probably the Civic guy.
The truck drivers, it sucks because like even because my dad does car hauling for a living, and it's like they are responsible for everything that happens.
Yeah.
My dad, there's a plant that they have near 8 Mile or whatever, and he was driving by one day, and someone was shooting at the cars, so he just had to pull up and be like, "I have to bring," because it was it was like 2 vans in the middle of like everything. So he's like, I got to take these 2 vans back. So he had to pull everything off and then reload the 2 vans, bring them back. And they're like, what happened? He goes, the windows are shot out. Like,
I got shot at.
yeah, I got shot at in the fucking truck. Like, you got to
Is
just
that
get to
covered by
point.
the insurance or no?
But it's like, there has been people that definitely get, fired because, trying to load them up on the trucks and like they throw the strap over. But like the strap hits the fucking mirror or something like that, or you break it. It's like, if it's on you, then, you're kind of fucked. So you got to be careful, man. You gotta
That's
be
why I
careful.
couldn't do it.
What, truck hauling?
Yeah, I'm so like careless with all safety measures.
Aren't you health and
Safety's for
safety?
I am the
No,
co-chair of the Joint Health and Safety Committee at the time, but that was a joke. I'm no longer the co-chair.
Yeah.
I've been asked to resign.
Sort of.
You gotta get a job where you can travel a lot. You gotta get a job where you travel, then you can do comedy everywhere.
That'd be a nice thing. 'Cause,
Truck
Or
driver.
like a remote job or something.
Yeah.
I don't trust myself with remote because I know if I'm at home too long, like the ADHD is gonna kick in. I'm like, I'm not gonna do my job.
Right.
I'm gonna work on your computer where all the pornography is. Yeah, I'm not,
Dude, don't be an idiot. You can have 2 tabs open at the same time.
I can't focus on the work.
He's like, all right, gotta get some work done. I instinctually went to porn.
every time.
17 tabs.
Brick, you've gotten nothing done in the last 3 days. It's like I keep getting distracted by all this porn on my my laptop.
I'm a victim.
You guys shouldn't let me access all this stuff on my own work laptop.
Brick, you gotta stop searching up porn on the office computers. Please stop searching up
It has internet access.
Yeah.
All right, I promise. No more Pornhub. Hentai Haven, on the other hand, completely different.
Can't live without.
Can't live with it. Can't live without
Like
it.
crazy, you guys won't let me get on Facebook here. You have that blocked, but not this.
Hamster.
You fucked.
This is your fault. This is your fault, not mine.
Yeah, this is definitely your fault.
I'm a degenerate. I haven't gone so far as to put like sexy waifu stickers on my car, but like I was in a store once that had them, and I was like,
Could put it
Almost.
in my car.
no,
Yeah.
I don't know. My girlfriend's super cool. She knows what the kid's about. She's bi, which is good for me because
Yeah.
sometimes she'll like snoop on my phone while I'm just like scrolling through Instagram, and then there's just like anime titties, and she's like, "Nice." I'm like, "I know.
Yeah.
We're okay, you and me. We'll be okay.
All right.
I'm gonna lock this one down."
Okay.
I think we're gonna do just fine.
You're okay in my book.
But then there'll be times where like there'll be I don't know, some like anime guy, and I'm like, "This guy's kind of hot," and she's like, "I don't know," and I'm like, you don't even like guys.
I'm not 100% sure you like me.
There are times I wonder. I'm like, how did this happen?
Yeah.
I'm really dumb.
Luck of the
like,
draw.
Yo, I lucked out. Like I drew all 5 pieces of Exodia with this one. Too real.
Oh, God.
First time she came over. I guess a little backstory. Like when I first met her, we worked in the same mall, and she had a boyfriend, and so I was crushing on her for about a year. And at some point, I guess they broke up, and she didn't tell me about it. So she invites herself over, and which you can do because I succumb so easy. She's like, "Hey, I know you're busy, but like Friday, why don't we watch Godzilla at your place?" And I was like, "Guess we're doing that." And she threw a million signs at me that she was interested, and 1,000,001 signs went right over my head. Like, we're chilling downstairs. I'm like, all right, I'm gonna go get the food upstairs. I'll be right back. I come back down, and she's changed into like tiny, tiny shorts, and I was like, I guess she's just warm. And
At least you're getting comfortable.
it gets worse.
Make yourself at home.
We're not. We're having a couple drinks and stuff like that. And at one point, she's like, "Oh, you're not touching your drink." I was like, "Well, yeah, I gotta drive you home after this." She's like, "No, I thought I'd stay over." I was like, "Okay, well, that's fine. That makes sense." Yeah, you can take my room.
I'll call my mom.
Mom, is it okay?
Mom, can you bring down sodas?
My mom says it's okay.
My mom says it's okay if you're okay with your mom.
But yeah, she's like, "I thought I'd stay over." I'm like, "All right, well, you can sleep in my room. I'll take the couch."
Just being a gentleman.
Not understanding at all. And then like at one point, we watched Godzilla, and then afterwards she's like, "So what do you want to do?" I'm like, "Oh, well, there's that horror movie that you wanted to watch." So then we watched a second movie. And she's like, at one point she brings out the blanket and she's like, "Oh, do you want to like share the blanket?" And I'm warm, but I'm like still
You're
having
profusely
feelings
sweating,
for this
yeah.
lady. I was like, "Yeah, sure, we can share the blanket."
Why'd you do a voice for yourself?
That's how I hear myself. At one point she like puts my arm around her and she's like playing with my fingers and my rings. I was like, she's just playful.
Just bros.
She's really excited for the sleepover.
She's just quirky like that.
Wow, women are so weird.
I just didn't understand. I wish she liked me.
God, this would be sick if she liked me.
It was funny because like at the start when she came over, before we even started watching the movie, she's like, "Oh, look at the stuff I bought," and she's showing me like just like random clothes and stuff like that she bought. And at one point, she brought out like these nipple pasties. And she's like, "Oh, look at these," and I was like, "Oh, cool," but in my head I'm like, "Why the fuck are you showing me this if you still have a boyfriend? You know I like you."
Yeah.
And
God, that's so gross.
I was like, "You're so mean. Why would you show
God,
me these sexy things?"
That's a fucked up thing to do.
Yeah, after watching 2 movies, she's like, "All right, what do you want to do?"
Yeah.
And she's like inching closer to my face, and I was like, "I don't know.
be like, "Man, it's getting pretty late.
I could watch a
Does your
third
mom let you
movie?
stay up this late?"
This is crazy."
Somebody say third movie.
Yeah, I was like, "Do you want to watch a third movie or play some
You want to
video
watch?
games?"
You want to watch a third movie? That's
You ever play Elden Ring?
I'm gonna show you my guy. He's so cool. He's like a wizard, but I got a samurai sword for him.
It's tight.
Brick's still under the blanket, sweating. He's sweating. Please, what do you want to do?
What do you want to do?
What do you want to do so bad?
Yeah, eventually she had to get like right up in my face, and she's like, "What do you want to do?" And I was like, "I've been wrong about this kind of stuff before, so I don't know." She's like, "Do you think you're wrong this time?" I'm like, "That seems like a pretty good green light."
Yeah.
And then we did kissy stuff, and now
Ew.
Before marriage?
Ew.
what I meant.
Cancel!
Episode's done. End this. Get it. Don't tell my mom. Don't tell my mom. Get him out of here.
Clip this, and send it.
We had a really funny
I'm
thing.
sending that to God, by the way. Sorry.
Yeah.
No, he's my homie. I had a funny thing the other
Good luck
day.
at church this weekend.
They've asked me not to come to church anymore.
You too?
Yeah, after I drank too much holy water.
Oh.
Yeah, you're not supposed to do that apparently. But recently, my girlfriend was talking to my mom, and my mom was she was having a few, which was funny, I guess. And apparently, she told my girlfriend, she's like, "You're the daughter that I never had, but I have 2 older sisters, and one of them was there." And that's and I didn't know about that because I was in my room. I didn't even know my girlfriend was home. And then like my sister came to me and she's like, "Hey, can I borrow some weed?" I'm like, "No, because you're not going to return it." But because that's how weed works.
That's
But
not
she's
how
like-
boring works. Idiot.
But she's like, "Yeah, I really need it because Mom just said that your girlfriend's the daughter she never had." I was like, "That's funny as hell."
Yeah.
That's pretty
Because
funny.
We're not proud of you, but also I better go save my girlfriend because she's just a sweetheart, but she's not gonna be like, "Okay, this is enough conversation, I'm gonna go now." She'll just stay there. And apparently she was talking to my mom for like almost an hour, and I had no idea. I was like, "Well,
Couldn't have fired off a quick like, "Hey, I'm upstairs" text.
yeah, nothing," or just lying, just like, "Hey, sorry, I gotta poop, can't talk anymore."
Yeah.
No, she would have stayed conversing until
All hours of the night.
Yeah, exactly. Till the
Yeah.
end of days.
So
I
you
guess.
came upstairs at 6 in the morning and they're still there, and you're like, "Oh shit."
Hey, you been home?
Oh no,
You been home? I've been sleeping.
that's crazy.
You went out, did a set, came back. What the fuck?
I walked right by you. That's weird.
You even know you're still
man.
here. Would you would you come ever down here to do comedy?
Oh, I will go everywhere and anywhere for comedy.
Yeah. Are you trying to like travel more now for it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I gotta get. Well, I'd like to say I lost my passport. What actually happened is that my parents. I live with my family because I'm poor as shit. Comedy's not paying so hot, but my wonderful supportive family came into my room one day while I was not home, and I had like this old, just like musty pillow that's just like in my bed that I just like put my legs on because why not, feet
Right.
rest. And my parents took that because they're like, this is gross, which they were right about. But then they also took my passport, my brand new sparkly passport, because they're like, we gotta keep this safekeeping, and where else would it be safe except for with you? And then they don't know where it is now. So I don't have a passport, which is not ideal.
Oh
but
my god, I'd go to jail for murder, dude. Oh my god, I'd fucking lose my marbles.
It just took her forever to get her passport.
Yeah, but that it doesn't matter if it's a dirty sock. If you came into my space, took something so that it's safer, and then fucking lost it, oh my god, I would lose my shit.
I'm pretty displeased. Pretty displeased.
Not happy about it.
But, you know, I'm special boy, so I can't be grumpy.
She said sorry.
I'm her favorite. We all the siblings know I'm the favorite.
Right.
By
Does she,
a
like,
long
say
shot.
it?
She doesn't. She doesn't outright say it
Then how do you know?
because she's kind of said it.
You ever thought about like challenging your siblings to some kind of duel to like, finally like
Yeah.
settle it?
Like yeah.
Oh, it'd be no contest like whatsoever.
I've won every one.
My
brother's challenged me
younger
to,
brother
so.
might win just because he's the youngest, so he's like the baby of the family. But like my oldest sister, I'm like, you're 40 and you still sleep on our couch sometimes. You just got your license back after 10 years because I let you put a breathalyzer in my car so that you could take your test. You're not winning at all. My second oldest sister, she's fine. Like she's fine, but like she's whenever she's over, you could tell that she's counting the minutes until she can leave, and she just comes by like she's obligated to put in her time, and then
Yeah,
she's
like a
like
shift.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
She's just like clocking in, and then she's like, "Oh yeah, I'll take." And then she's like taking food from the freezer, and she's like, "Do you have any ribs? Do you have any salmon?" I'm like, "What the fuck? I was gonna cook that."
What is this, a farmer's market?
Yeah. So she's a bit of a mooch. So I'm like, all right, you're too much of a mooch. And like come Christmas time, she's like, I want these expensive gifts, and my husband wants these. And I'm like, you're no one's favorite now because you want too much of our money that we don't have. And then me, I'm like, I'm a kooky little guy. I'm living my dreams, telling my funny little jokes. My parents are like, well, not my dad, but my mom is like, I'm so proud of you. You're going out, you're doing the things. I was like, that's right, Mom. I make jokes about my penis and my family.
Yeah.
I'm so glad
I'm
you're
doing
proud
the
of me.
family name good, Mom. And your
Yeah.
dad's like, get a job. I have no son.
My son died in clown class.
Yeah, he did.
Dad, stop taking down my diploma, you fuck.
Stop showing your friends the clown nose.
It's supposed to be in the case. It's supposed to be in the case.
You're ruining it. It's gonna be a collector's item one day. You're damaging it with the natural oils from your fingers.
No, not my stupid diploma.
No, who cares
nose.
about that? I had a buddy in high school who, just after high school, or like, yeah, we got to go back to high school in a couple weeks to pick up that little diploma or piece of paper that says you finished high school. And he was adamant that he was not going to pick up that paper until he had $1 million.
What?
Which I told him, I was like, you're never going to get that paper then. You're the dumbest of us all.
Yeah.
And I'm going to go to clown class. Yeah. He was a nice guy, nice enough guy, but like he just fried his brains with like mushrooms and stuff.
Ah, yeah.
Like it got to the point like he kept making up words, and then when
Like
you-
that didn't exist?
yeah, he just
Oh,
like
yeah.
make up random words, and then you're like, what the fuck does that mean? He would describe it using other made up words,
That's perfect.
which I'd be like, oh hey man, how's it going? He's like, man, I just slooped it, you know? And I'm like, what does that mean? He's like, it's kind of like when you clumple-flomp. I'm like, all right.
Yeah, dude, tight.
Yeah, because that was at my father's funeral. Oh shit, clumple-flomp means dead. Got it. I didn't know.
Oh,
No,
I
it
went
doesn't.
the wrong way with that.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
No, his dad's probably fine. I don't know. I haven't talked to him in years. But yeah, no, he.
Does he ever
I'm
pick
guessing
up
he
his
didn't.
piece of paper?
Yeah, did you ever pick it up? That's what I was
as
gonna-
far as I know, he never got that piece of paper. And like,
And he's not $1 million.
oh, he's
okay.
100%. Last I saw, he was working at a Burrito Boys. And I'm like, if that's what you like, do what you love, and you never work a day in your life. But like, I'm
Right.
fairly certain you didn't like patent something awesome and then be like, oh, as a hobby, I'll make burritos for drunk guys.
Right.
Unless he owns the burrito place.
Yeah, did you ask him that?
No, I didn't.
Oh.
Be kind of interesting because like it's Burrito Boys, but like he's like aggressively Filipino. So I'm like, I'm not saying that Filipino people can't own Mexican burrito places. It just doesn't seem as authentic.
Right.
Please don't cancel me for this. If anybody's Filipino out there and you want to own a Burrito Boys, I support you. Unless
Brick won't judge you.
I won't judge you.
Yeah.
I don't know if you heard or not, but I attended a clown class. So I
We've only mentioned it 9 times.
did we talk about that already?
Well, like a little bit. Like we barely skimmed it, but
Yeah, the header of this podcast is just gonna be like, "Fucking clown comes on our podcast." Like, no, guys, I'm a comedian. Like, it's different. I'm funny, but it's different.
it's different because I don't wear the nose on stage.
Only in the bedroom. It's awful.
She's like, no. You're like, all right.
I have to, otherwise it's not gonna.
It's not gonna.
You're shaking your head like you're not agreeing. Are you okay?
I plead the fifth.
Okay.
Oh shit.
I don't do clown sex.
That's the title of this episode.
Clown sex?
I
Yeah,
don't do
I'm
clown
down for
sex.
that.
Yeah, for sure. Not into that clown sex stuff.
A lot of people are in the clown thing.
Maybe. Yeah.
It's weirding me out.
The clown
People
thing?
are into the
Like
clown
Harley
thing.
Whoa,
Quinn.
whoa.
People like the Harley Quinn. What's that one?
What's up?
Chase.
What are you looking for?
Did you just cancel?
just broke.
Cancel him, dude. You're
telling my mom. My mom's gonna
Me and
cancel
Jade are
this.
on your ass.
Now
today.
that is going to God.
I'm sorry.
Yeah. Now you have to tell us your kink so we can shame you, or not shame you because we're not.
Because we don't kink shame.
Yeah. So tell me your kink so we can accept you.
It's scat play. I know he's
I
in
can't.
scat.
No, it's not. Not that I'm shaming them for it,
But
but me personally, I'm not into scat.
Okay.
you don't like jazz. You're not into like scatting.
Actually, I'm not like huge into jazz. Like, if I had to pick my least favorite, now that Post Malone's dropped a country album,
I listened to it today.
Yeah, did you listen?
some of it, yeah, it's hard.
He
but
seems
I'm-
like just a good dude.
Post
genuinely, like he just seems like he's just kind of out here.
like
He's got the one ring, doesn't he?
does he?
Oh no, the card, yeah, he bought that. Yeah.
No, the actual.
He has the
mythical ring
Yeah.
that
That
Sauron's
would
been looking for.
that would explain so many things about his life.
Sorry, I know we got off topic. You were telling us about your kinky ways.
I can't. My mom listens to this.
I'll edit it out.
She won't.
I'll take your face out.
Put my
never
face
know.
on her body. Brick was into some really weird stuff.
It's you with the darker mustache.
She dyes my hair blonde. This is Jake's other brother, Derek.
Yeah. I got Jared and Derek. all you're saying the most outrageous shit that we have to keep.
Why do they keep popping in here?
Yeah, I don't know why they keep popping in here to say these outrageous.
Mom
shit.
said you have to play with us.
Yeah.
That's why.
It's my turn on the mic.
It's my turn on the mic.
Mom says you have to share.
Yeah. Oh my god.
Do you guys have younger siblings that you
Yeah,
have
I
to share
got
with?
I got two younger ones.
I have
It's
a
like
younger brother.
yeah, I got a younger brother and
Bought a
sister.
minivan.
Who? Kate
Kate?
did? Nice.
Nice.
It's cool because my brother has a van.
I know.
Yeah.
Like a full van or a minivan?
Like a what does he have? I don't know. It's just
It's like a Dodge
You'll see it
Caravan.
outside.
Yeah.
It's like the red one
Yeah.
with the logo on it.
it's like brown.
Yeah, like
brown.
a
It's
weird
like
ugly
brown.
That car sucks big time.
Yeah. But
Those vans are always brown. I don't think I've seen
Yeah.
that van in another color.
There's green ones too. Don't
Okay.
there's
Not
green
for
ones.
it. Yeah.
See,
no.
without knowing what type of van this is, you said green. I'm like, got it. It's like a Scooby Doo truck. It's like a hippie van.
No, not that
No,
kind. That'd
not
be way
quite.
cooler.
I don't know what
it's
way
called.
Cooler.
Not as cool at all.
It's just a minivan.
It's just like a minivan, yeah. But my brother had a truck for a while. Big Red.
sick truck.
Big Red. She shit the bed. So
I'll give you $500.
actually, my dad ended up fixing it somehow. But
Fuck.
now he just drives it around. Like once in a while, he just has to give it the boot. He's had this truck forever, my dad, and he refuses to get rid of it. Like the whole bottom's rotted out. Like it's just like it's barely hanging on, bro. And it's
Sick
like every
truck, though.
and every time it break, like it can't even turn fully. Like that's which is like terrible for a vehicle. Like if it's like I'm like, Dad, this thing barely turns. He's like, it's still good. Like you know what I mean?
Power steering's a little blown
I
out,
get
but
it. You know, I'm gonna run my car into the ground.
You know,
Like I don't want to, but I'm
Yeah.
like I can't afford another car. So like when
have
she dies,
I got the
then I'll-
deal for you?
Oh shit.
You have $6,000.
I have a credit card.
Good. He takes
What's
that.
what's the credit limit?
I have seen points.
I'll take those as well. I haven't been in the movies in
Points
years.
and mixed with the credit card.
Yeah,
combined.
that's both.
Yeah,
Max your credit and give me all of your scene points.
And you got
And an additional $5,000, and it's yours.
What is it? You have
What-
2013.
yeah, you have you have
2013 Chrysler 300.
300. That's more than I make in a year. God damn.
$300?
What do you have right now?
2013, 2014 Nissan Altima.
We've
Oh
already
yeah,
We
that's
already
right.
asked
We did
this
say that. We
question.
did say that.
No,
yeah,
that was
I
my
forgot.
brother's car we were talking about.
Oh.
Or your brother's car.
My brother
obviously
Jared,
I
yeah.
have the same car as your
Yeah,
brother.
yeah,
obviously, is what we're talking about.
The
It's a little odd that
the
you do have
Ultima.
the same
Yeah,
year
yeah,
car.
It's weird. It's weird that we're the same. But
Yeah, it's wow. Yeah, I still have my truck from high school. I still drive that fucking thing around.
yeah. I
Love
mean,
it.
if I was gonna say if it's not broke, don't fix it. But like, it can be broke a little bit. That's fine.
Yeah. No, I mean it makes noise. Like it rattles.
I'll give you
fine.
$500 for your truck.
Stop offering money for my truck. You're not getting
Why
it.
not?
Because I don't want. No.
What if he offers you like a lot of money?
Wait,
He's-
I only have $500 to offer. I
if you
just
give me
bought
the
a truck.
300, you can have my Cobalt.
I don't want. I
And
don't
you
want
can
the
have his
Cobalt.
truck. What's wrong with Kobe?
Does not. I just don't want that car.
What?
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 What's wrong with Kobe?
I can't. I can barely
All
fit in
reliable?
Kobe.
True.
What about a 2013 Chrysler 300?
I've driven your car too many times.
What
Nice,
about
nice.
an electric
Yeah.
scooter that you can rent?
Honestly, man, I wish. Like, you know what I mean? If it was just like my work was a tad bit closer, I would.
Dude,
Yeah.
I saw one of those bird scooters today.
Yeah.
Guy and his chick on it.
Yeah.
I was like, that's kind of hard.
Have you
Kinda
ever
hard.
ridden one?
That
yeah,
guy
I've ridden
fucks.
one.
Do you think she pays her share? Or?
Well, she was like holding the handles, and he kind of just had his arms wrapped around
Oh, was
her.
he was riding bitch?
Yeah,
That's awesome.
That's so much better. Dude.
it was kind of
That's
sick.
like that's the boyfriend hug.
yeah, I was like,
Yeah, she paid for
The
it.
broke boyfriend hug.
She paid.
Yeah.
So funny.
Babe, can you rent this bird scooter so we can cross town?
That'd be me and my girl. She's got infinitely more money than I do. I'd be riding bitch in the bag. Oh my
What's
God.
she do?
She
Real job.
She also just retail, but then like her family like has money.
Got it.
And I'm like, hey babe, I really like this shirt. She's like, oh, here you go. I was like, fuck yeah. But then I also feel bad. I'm like, I don't want to be a loser. I don't want her. I feel bad when she buys me stuff
She has
sometimes.
enough capital to invest in a small comedy podcast that you've attended.
Get her on.
She's already emotionally invested in my comedy comings and goings.
Oh, yes.
I can't speak for her. She's a strong, independent woman who don't need no man to complete her.
Yeah, but you wouldn't know that. You know,
Uh,
what with how women can't like be their own person.
Yeah. Remember you said
Are they
that
not allowed to
earlier?
be their own person
I don't
anymore?
think I
That's
said
not-
that.
yeah,
I
Remember
don't
you
think,
said that earlier? Or
I
something
don't
like
think
that.
that came out of my mouth.
This entire time, the 3 out of the 4 of us have been respecting women.
And you've been dogging on them the entire time, bro.
Like, women are sick.
Cancel this motherfucker.
I don't think I have been.
Women are brave. Yeah.
When did I? I don't think that's true.
I think you said they couldn't be doctors when I walked in here. I'm pretty sure you said
I
something
think
like
you said
that.
that.
I honestly thought. Did you not hear that?
Yeah, and then
Yeah.
he looked at me and he was like, "What the fuck are you doing here?"
I pay you to be here.
It's called Dr. Mario, not Dr. Maria, okay?
All right.
Boys are doctors, ladies are nurses. Everybody knows that.
Yeah.
Please don't just take that one sound clip and
We're clipping the fuck out of that.
ugh,
And earlier when you said they couldn't be like people, they're not people.
I don't remember
Bro,
saying
I thought that
at
was
all.
you.
No, that was his
fairly
brother.
certain
That was
yeah,
Jared.
that was-
too many people here.
Jared said that, then left. I don't know.
yeah, Jared's he's a wacky character.
He's popping back in.
Yeah.
Say really
Just really out of pocket stuff.
Yeah.
anti-women sentiment, and then
And then leaves.
It's weird because like I thought he loved women. I thought he loved his woman partner. Not like his. Like he can't own her, obviously.
Yeah.
But obviously
Yeah.
this is his problem, not mine.
Yeah.
As we know,
It's getting so confusing.
let's just.
I'm gonna leave
say-
here and be like, I don't even know who I am anymore.
I don't even know what I
I'm
was
gonna
saying.
go shoppers buy blonde hair dye.
I'm gonna-
dye your mustache.
I'm gonna get
I'm
pulled
Jared
over. They're
now.
gonna look at the license and be like, "Is this you?" I'm like, "My name's Jared." His license.
I've
doesn't
had a
say
whole
that.
new identity for the last 2 hours on this podcast.
Officer, I am in character hard right now, and I'm not getting it out for anything. My name is Jared.
Jared, last name. Nice to meet you.
Pleasure. And now, since I pay taxes, I will reach for your service.
Let me see my gun that I paid for, please.
You ever see the fucking memes where it's like me training to get my wallet out faster? I see you, Jared. My name's Jared. You gotta love it. You gotta love it.
It's funny. I know growing up, my dad's like staunchly against guns. I don't know if staunchly is the right word. It's the first time I ever said that word out loud.
You nailed that.
We'll say it works.
Use other made-up words to describe what that word means, please.
So staunchly, it's a synonym for clappins, and as we all know, clappins is it's a Greek word originally. The root of that word is cow, which means one who harvests the stars,
Yeah.
and therefore
Your father being against
my
guns.
father.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. I
When I
remember.
say staunchly in this context, I mean he doesn't like them.
Dad does not like guns at all.
He really doesn't like
No,
them.
he frowns upon them. Like growing up, we were not allowed to have water guns or like anything. Like even if you're like pew pew with your hands, he's like no, none of that. But he would say it all Scottish and drunk. But like no problem with like swords and shit like that. Like I come home with like
Well, the
sticks.
man's weapon, yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Like whoa, we gendering weapons. This fucking guy. Yeah, he just can't help himself.
Women can't use swords. Clip that. Women can't use swords. That's what Chase just
He's
said.
used to me trying to do it, but I'm not nearly as good as you are.
This is all
This is-
rehearsed. That's why I practice so hard.
This is the only time it's ever actually affected him.
Does your dad know proper sword etiquette?
No.
Oh, okay. Well,
Not even a little bit. When I was at Fleming,
All right.
Where is this
when I was at Fleming College, I took samurai lessons.
Oh.
Because my virginity was growing back.
Is that like a full course or is that like a day lesson?
No,
kind of
this
thing?
wasn't a school. This was an extracurricular thing that I paid money for. And then I showed up, and then I had a sensei who gave me a wooden sword, a boken, if you will, that he said that he made, which I don't believe him. And then I learned the ways of the samurai for a little bit, specifically so that I'm like, I can carry around a sword now.
Yeah.
And if you're wondering, did this fucking idiot walk around with a wooden sword?
No, you did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But don't worry. You're probably thinking, okay, well, this is college. He was probably like freshly 18. No, I was like 19, 20.
Yeah.
Like I was
20 years old.
Yeah, I was an
stopping in the
adult.
LCBO.
So, were you just allowed to carry that around campus like all the time? Like no one could question you?
Nobody ever really questioned it. I got a lot of stares, but like I brought it on the bus sometimes, and I was like, "You're never gonna know when the shit's going down." But yeah, the worst was like,
Crack it on the bus with a knife.
And then you're just like,
now I don't
The
know.
way of the warrior, guys, my blade.
I studied Ayado. I know the 9 ninja slashes. Actually, they're not ninjas; we're samurai. But my sensei would be so upset if he heard me.
you ever played
And then
that?
you absolutely beat the fuck out of that female crackhead because they can do anything. Saved it, and my reputation is
the
recovered.
only time that women can do something, it's that
I
they're
literally
crackheads.
just said they can do anything.
Including but not limited to becoming
Being
crackheads,
crackheads.
obviously.
And you disarm them with your wooden blade.
Yeah.
Hard.
Wink. I winked at you, not the camera. Wink. Camera, I don't know if you can tell, but I winked.
It's pretty
Or had
good
a
call
stroke.
on camera.
Have you ever played that Ghost of Tsushima game?
I haven't played it. I've seen a lot of gameplay of it, which is still no, I haven't played it. But I'm like, this looks cool. But like, my problem is like, I love like any big RPG like that. But the problem is like, if I play anything like that or like Fallout or anything like that, I'm like, this is my life now.
Yeah.
I'm not like fit now. I got a bit of a tummy. I can do pull-ups and shit because like your boy's strong. But like,
Quick flex.
like quick flex, like whatever. I can do like 30 pull-ups.
Yeah,
sometimes,
but it's like whatever. If you,
Like,
you
it's
know,
not a
if
big
you
deal,
want to
but,
know,
like,
yeah.
You want to arm wrestle right now? I'm stronger than my dad. But
Don't
you know,
tell my dad.
please don't tell him. He gets grumpy. But anytime I want to play a game like that, I'm like, I'm gonna gain. Just pick a number of weights. I'm gonna gain that many weights because I'm not gonna
3
move.
stone.
Yeah, 3 stone. 3
That's
stone and
so
1
much.
brick.
I
That's how
don't
much
know
I'm
how
gonna
much a
gain.
stone.
Three.
think it's
I think
100
3 stones a lot.
no, I think a stone is like 30 pounds. So 3 stones, 90 pounds.
That's a lot. I don't want to gain that.
Okay, 2 stone.
2 stone. That's,
60 pounds.
that's better.
A stone.
1 Emma Stone. I don't know what that
Wow.
weighs. I'm not gonna guess her weight. You know, she's a queen. But
Do love Emma Stone. Yeah, she's great.
she's a wonderful. She's a wonderful person.
Maybe.
Actually, I don't know if that's true. She
Yeah.
might be
Yeah,
like.
she, what if she was like a piece of shit?
She might be.
Like, yeah.
She might not respect women.
Yeah, she actually may not.
She
You-
did a movie called Easy
you
A.
and her would
It's like that
get
didn't seem
along.
the most feminist.
Continue with what you were saying about game. I'm just gonna.
But yeah, no, like any big games like that, if I play it, that just becomes my life. So I don't let myself play them too often because I know how much fun I would have.
Yeah.
It's the same reason, like I don't let myself play games on my phone. I pointed to my phone, which isn't even in this room.
Yeah.
Like I had Pokemon Go on my phone for the longest time, and that was like the only phone game I'd let myself play, other than like Jetpack Joyride many moons ago. But like I see all these games now, and I'm like, these look cool, and like I know you can like attach like the remotes to your phone. I'm like, I can't game on the go. I'll never get anything done.
Yeah.
Like even like online RPGs, like I played MapleStory for a time, and I was like, this is sick. And I always remember one time I was like, I'll play for like 20 minutes, and then I'll go down the street to my buddy's house because it's his birthday, and like 2.5 hours later, I'm like, all right, I should probably go. Oh, I'm late. I missed cake time.
Yeah.
And that was back in the day before I was diabetic, so I was actually allowed to eat cake. I'm allowed to eat it now. It just hurts.
Yeah.
It's
Like
frowned
the
upon.
whole time or just some of the time?
Just like after I eat it, then it hurts. Worth.
You don't take like pre-insulin.
I can, but like I'm just like it's just easier if I don't. Plus, like the insulin I take, I can only take it every 4 hours. So if I'm taking it for like cake, I'm like, oh boy, cake. And then somebody's like, hey, you want some of this smoothie? I'm like, I've only taken enough insulin for the cake,
Yeah.
which means I'm not allowed to have anything else. And I might want to eat something else. I'm just like, I'll just forego the cake and starve
Yeah.
until I decide I want that smoothie and a sandwich or something like that. But yeah, I don't have too much of a sweet tooth. Like the old diabetes kicked in when I was 18. And I was like, so I had my years of trick-or-treating and stuff like that, so it's fine. And then now I'm like, it's a good thing I'm diabetic, because if I wasn't, and if I was allowed to eat whatever I want, I would have eaten all of your snacks out there on the pod right now.
Yeah.
We would have been like, thank you for eating all those.
Oh, I'm also a very messy eater. You would not be thinking me.
Just inhaling
Eating
everything. Yeah.
Yeah. Probably some of the wrappers as well.
If you can go for like a sweet thing, what is it? Mine's apple pie. I love fucking apple pie, man.
Apple pie's pretty good.
Yeah.
I would say like my favorite sweet dessert. I tried it once at some Japanese restaurant. Deep fried chocolate cheesecake.
Jesus,
Yeah.
Murphy,
Yeah.
they're trying to
Yeah,
fucking
that
make your heart
sounds
tick.
Oh yeah,
That sounds good.
it was so good.
Ever had a deep fried Oreo?
I have.
Good.
They're fucking like deep fried anything. I'm
Yeah.
like you shouldn't.
They're
be
like
this
deep
good.
fried Mars bar. You're like, oh my
Yeah.
goodness.
I had like a crumb of a deep fried Mars. Had a stroke on that one. Deep fried Mars bar the other day, and I was like, this is tasty. No more for me. Just
Yeah.
the one whiff, the one little taste is all I'm allowed to have.
Yeah.
They're so good. I would be so fat if I was able to. I'm only like kind of fat now, and dang, I know it could be so much bigger.
Yeah. Like if
You'll
you're
never
like,
reach your full potential.
Yeah, I
is
know.
what you're saying.
What
Yeah.
you're saying is like, there's just like my ceiling. It's just I can't break through that ceiling.
No, I can't.
And it's just it's so unfortunate.
It is.
My one buddy will sometimes call me, and it's so funny. He'll call me out of nowhere, and he's like, "Man, let's just get to 350 pounds. Like, let's just do it." And I was
Commit.
like, and he's like, "Why?" And he goes, "Because I want to eat everything and not fucking have to worry about it."
Yeah.
He calls me every once in a while. Like, I don't know. By the way, I don't talk to him on a regular basis, so it's just a random call one day, and he's like, "Are you ready to commit yet?" And I'm like, "No, not yet." And he's like, "Well, let me know."
Like the weirdest booty call I've ever
Yeah.
heard of.
Yeah.
You ready to commit to me?
Yeah.
No, you know what this is.
Yeah. You know what this is?
Is
I
it
gotta-
Pat?
It's Pat.
I
Pat
knew it
all
was
the time.
Pat, right?
Pat all the
Right
time
away.
calls me and will be like, "Come on, man. Like we can break 300 together." And I was like,
First to tell you look like shit though.
yeah,
First
yeah.
guy to tell
So
you
I
look like
I
shit.
used to
Classic
be
Pat.
I used
Oh,
to
but
be
tell me about it.
I used to be over 300 pounds, but then I lost like a bunch of weight or whatever. But it's funny. So I posted my progress pics on Instagram. Everyone telling me, great job, great job. My one buddy, Pat, calls me and goes, "Hey, man." He goes, "Hey, man, I know that everyone's like telling you like congratulations or whatever on your weight loss, blah, blah, blah. But he goes, I just want you to know you still look like shit." I was like, "Thanks, man." He goes, I don't want these comments to get to your head. Don't let them get to your head. I'm just here to humble you." And I was like, "Thanks for calling and letting me know that, man. Are you still going to come over or whatever?" He goes, "No, I'm not coming over." And then hung up.
Pat's a real one. He cares about your health.
Hey,
he doesn't want you
like-
to give up.
Listen, he's the first one to let me know. He goes, do not let this go to your head. Don't get a fucking ego, buddy. Keep me in
Good
my
guy,
place.
though.
Yeah, great guy. Can never show up anywhere on time. Awesome human being.
Oh, I'm usually late for like everything.
You weren't,
It's,
you weren't late today.
Oh, couldn't even get that sentence out. I wasn't, thankfully, but like anything that I think, because I thought this matters. I thought it then. I realize now, of course,
Oh,
that it definitely does. Avi, let me finish. God. I'm having fun.
Yay!
Don't make me cry on the podcast again. But like, if it's just like me hanging out with my friends, like, and I sometimes feel bad about it. Most often I don't, because I'm the only one with a car. But they're like, "Oh yeah, we'll meet up at 3:00." I'm like, "Got it." And it's like 2:55, and I'm like, "I'll probably make it in 5 minutes."
Yeah.
They're in Toronto. I'll probably make it. No,
Yeah,
I'm
no,
late for
I'm late.
every friendship event across time and space.
We tried to have this guy so many times on the podcast, and he will just show up like an hour later, like, "What up?" And we're like, "Bro, where were you?" He goes, "I had to get ready." And the thing is you can't even get mad at him because he's being genuine. He's like, "What are you talking? I was just getting ready for the pod, man." Then I went and picked up alcohol. Then I went and got gas. Then I went and got a coffee.
Yeah, like if we're having an event and we tell people like, you know, come at like 5 or 6, Pat will show up at 9:30 and be like, "I'm here early, guys. What's up? What's going on?" Because
There-
he usually won't get there till like 11.
We used to go downtown a lot, and it would be like, okay, we're going out, and we would start like, you know, pre-game starts at like 8:39 or whatever. People come, then we get to the bar for like 10:30, start drinking, and every time he would show up at like, by the way, bars close here at 2. He would show up at 1:30, and he'd be, and then obviously bars about to close, so we're getting ready to leave. We're like, what are we all leaving? What are we all going home? Like,
I just started.
Did he like pre-drink or anything like that, or he's showing up?
he's like, I drank in the line. He would say that. You got a little thing of whiskey or whatever. He's drinking in the fucking line coming in.
I mean, I guess that's something. You just gotta lie to him. Be like, "Oh, hey man, the event starts at
Yeah, we-
3."
We
and it
do
starts
that
at
now.
9.
We
Yeah.
do that now all the time. Like, I'll tell him, like, even for the podcast, like, I'll tell him, like, "Oh yeah, we're doing the podcast at 5," and because I know he's gonna come at 6. I know, so it's like it works out for him, like works out for everyone. Because if I tell him 6, he'll come at 7.
That's fair.
Yeah, and he'd be like, "Well, I just had to fucking," but I don't know.
What's your end goal with comedy?
I don't actually know. Like, I don't have. Like, ideally, you know, you get to the point where you're like, "Oh, I'm selling out theaters," but like that's not what I'm thinking of. I'm just thinking, I was like, yeah, if I can like tour, that's good for me. Like, if I can do like an hour special, like that's good for me. Like I did my longest set recently. I did like a 20-minute set, I don't know, not too long ago in St. Catharines. So like, this is the longest set I've ever done. And then I just got booked for a set in like September 20th. They're gonna have me do half an hour, which like I've never done half an hour, but I did 20 minutes a few weeks ago. I've written new material and I've got like a whole month to prepare. So I'm like, yeah, I can get another 10 minutes down pretty easily. So I'm like, all right, we're getting there. But like, I'm doing well, but I have to keep reminding myself, I'm like, yeah, you're still less than a year in this. So like, you know, I can always be infinitely better. So it's just like, I just want to be undeniably funny and just know that it's like, I'm steadily doing comedy. Like, I
Right.
can be a headliner, I can tour. You know, maybe in a few years I'll move to the States after I've saved up a few pennies and whatnot, and kind of try my luck there. Because like, there is a glass ceiling in Canada for comedy.
Right.
Like, a couple comedians that I really liked. There's a guy, Ryan Long.
I know who Ryan Long is.
Yeah, so like I saw him a few times. I met him because in on Lakeshore, kind of Etobicoke area, there's a dispensary, not dispensary. There's like a weed place. There's a vape lounge that did comedy nights like twice a week, and I would go every week. I'd be there twice a week, and I'd watch him and other comedians who are not as funny. And like, he was really funny, and then he like started doing like street interviews, and he did a bunch of other stuff, and then eventually he moved to New York, and he's come back to Canada a couple times on tours. And I was like, that guy really funny, like crushed it here, and then yeah, he had to go to the States. And then another comedian I'd met in my comedic circles recently, Kyle Lucy, and I'm not friends with him, not because I wouldn't want to be, because like he's just like, he's up here and I'm down here, but I've met him. He crushes it. He's funny as hell. Anytime I see him on a show, there's been plenty of times where like I'm helping out, like I'll shine the light, like, oh, you got a minute left, and the producer's like, don't light him. If he wants to do 20 minutes, he can do 20 minutes. He can do it whatever amount of time he wants. And he just finished touring all of the Yuck Yucks in Canada, and now he's moved to Scotland, and he's like crushed the Yuck Yucks there, and then I think he's moving to the States afterwards. So it's like, that's kind of the goal right now. I'm not trying to be like, I'm going to be the next Bill Burr. I'm like, I'd like to get to Ryan Long or Kyle Lucy level, and then just kind of keep going from there.
Right. There you go, man.
Kyle, if you ever hear this, thumbs up, pal. Ryan, if you hear this, thumbs up, I guess.
Let's hope.
We'll
Yeah,
send
we'll
it
never
directly
know.
to their DMs.
Yeah, we'll say
This entire podcast.
This entire podcast.
Hey,
We'll
someone
do-
talk some shit about you in here.
The listener will be like, who's this guy?
He said, what? What lie would we make up to say, hey, they said this about you to make someone listen?
I see my brother. Oh, sorry, go on.
No, you go. You're all good.
I was gonna say my brother Jared said some wild shit about you.
My brother Jared was claiming some crazy things about you.
But you gotta
then-
like tell him what it is. Like,
Yeah, like
you gotta
what
be
exactly did Jared say?
It's the clickbait
about-
part of it.
Yeah,
and they
exactly.
listen
Said you're
to
a
the whole
hack.
thing.
I don't know.
Want
He
to
said he
hear? I
stole
want to hear him
jokes.
say it.
Yeah.
I want to hear him say it.
What would you say for so you being like about a year, maybe just under a year into it? What would you say is the biggest takeaway from it that you've learned?
Biggest takeaway. I mean, like it's work. Like it comes kind of naturally to me. Like I'm naturally kind of a kooky, funny little guy, but you know, I've had buddies who are like, "Oh, I can do that." I'm like, I kind of hope you kill yourself for saying that, because like, yeah, I mean, like on a friendship level, people can be funny. Please don't actually kill yourself,
Yeah.
friends
Oh,
of the
okay.
pod. But it's like that was a little aggressive of me. I understand that, but it's like, yeah, no, because like you have to rework your stuff. You have to spend hours at it. You're spending time and money out of your own pocket. You're like, I got to go to these places. I got to try them out. Like I got a buddy who's he's just dipping his toe back into the world of stand up. He tried it a few years ago, and he was telling me recently. He's like, I don't like doing open mics. I'm like, well, you have to. That's the only way you can practice. Because, like, yeah, you can memorize your jokes at home, but that doesn't mean anything unless you have somebody to bounce it off of and, you know, see if it's funny or not. And, like, he's gotten himself booked on a couple shows. I only saw one of them. And they went, like an okay at best. But I'm like, yeah, man, like, you can come out with me any day of the week. You got to put in the work at the open mics. You got to practice your stuff, make it better, make it smooth, and be confident. Because you can't just go up there and be like, well, I make my friends laugh, so I'm sure I'll be fine. Because, like, every comedian's going to hate you if you get up there and you're like, my friends say I'm funny, so I'm doing this. Like, it's, you know, this is the dream for a lot of people. And even, like Kill Tony. Like, I don't pretend to be, like, you know, expert on Kill Tony. But, you know, you'll have some people who go on and they're like, oh, I've never done, you know, stand-up before. It's my first time. And then you've got, like, 100 people behind them. Like, I would have killed for that opportunity. So to go up there and just be like, this is just a fun thing for me. It's like, it is a fun thing, but like some people are taking this pretty seriously. It's kind of funny to take joking seriously, but that's, it's work.
I think a show like that too does help for like a lot of newer comedians.
Oh, yeah.
If you are trying, and it is hard. It's like one of the how you said about the clown thing where you have to come out and try to make someone laugh. It's literally like that show is that concept. Like
Yeah.
you have a minute. You have literally a minute to make somebody laugh.
Yeah, that's, I know I got a few comic buddies who are going down to Austin in the next few weeks, I think, and they're going to try
and do that,
and get on Kill Tony, and I'm like, I'm not there yet. I have...
Would you do that though? Yeah.
Oh, I would definitely do
Yeah.
it. Like, I have minutes of stand-up, but, like, I'd be stressing out so hard if I was only given, like, a 1 minute to 2 minute window to, like, put in my shortest and funniest jokes. It's just, like, there's no fat on this joke. It's just premise, punchline. Because it's, it can be stressful, especially when you've only got so much time.
Right.
Like, 1 minute, 2 minutes, that's not a whole lot of time.
That's not a lot of time. Well, I think we should wrap this shit up.
Speaking of time.
So past my bedtime.
So past your bedtime. Brick, it was awesome having you on. I really appreciate
was
you making
really
it
cool,
down
dude.
here. This was really cool. Do you want to promote anything before we get off or anything? Any upcoming shows?
Oh, goodness me.
Do you know Instagram, anything?
Yeah, I'll just plug the socials.
Post to your girlfriend right now.
Pardon?
Post to your girlfriend, he said.
There's a thumbs up to the missus. If you hear this, just know that my thumbs were up for you in a G-rated
Think
sense.
she'll listen?
No, I don't think that at
Oh.
all. 'Cause I'm gonna come home. I'll tell her like, I did this podcast. She's like, great, tell me about it. I'll tell her about it. And she's like, God, I heard the podcast then.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I
Aw.
guess if anybody thought that the kid was funny at all, Brick David Comedy on the TikTok and on the Instagram. Brick, like you build a house out of. David, like you build a Jewish star out of, I guess.
Yeah.
Comedy. Just comedy.
You just comedy.
Yeah, I mean, I post
Straight
all my
jokes.
dates there and like my highlights. I'm like, here's my upcoming shows, and I periodically will post like clips of like, you know, some funny stand-up stuff I did, or if I'm like exploring a new town, I'm like, look, I explored this town and they have a video game store, which is exactly what I'm gonna do about this place.
Nice. There you go, man.
Sweet.
That's perfect.
What video game store?
Yeah.
Couldn't tell you the name of it, but it's in the video that I made. So one day it was cool. I went there and I just looked at Zelda stuff that I shouldn't be buying.
Nice.
Nice.
Game Doctor.
Ooh.
Game Cycle 2.
It was the store around the corner.
I'm trying to think of the story.
store
Like
on the
recycle games or upcycle or something like that.
Oh, I
Oh.
feel like I know exactly what you're talking about. Yeah, I do. Okay. Does it have like a green?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
All
it's kind
right.
of cool.
Yeah.
A lot cheaper than everything you find in the GTA. Retro game stuff are just cost you an arm and a leg.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
dude.
Here I was like, this is pretty reasonable.
Yeah. It's you. We'll get you a couple good food spots. So in case you want to give some something to try here.
Yeah. Once we're off the pod, give me the names of those pizza places that you were saying.
Windsor
That,
Pizza.
what you say, Little C's is the best.
Yeah,
place
Little
in the
Caesars
area?
and Domino's.
Those are
And
your top two.
yeah, no, those are the top two, man. You should really get those.
Ah,
here.
shit. I sent a guy to Windsor Pizza last night. I didn't ask him how it was.
Oh,
That's okay. We'll ask Brick.
John, if you hear this.
John, ask me, Brick. How that Windsor Pizza was.
DM him and tell him about your experience, and then he'll tell you about
his experience. Yeah, that'd be
And
perfect.
then you guys can DM me individually, and I'll tell you if you're right or wrong.
Yeah.
We'll get a group chat going.
Yeah.
And we'll discuss the best pizza place.
And anyone that doesn't pick Windsor Pizza will automatically cut your tongue out of your mouth because clearly you don't know what good pizza is. All
Or I'm
right.
blocking you.
But have you tried Chuck E. Cheese pizza?
Well,
yeah, it's okay.
We lost our Chuck E. Cheese.
Yeah, we
They
did.
took
And we
it from
lost our
us.
Buffalo Wild Wings.
God damn.
Good.
God.
And our
Still
Target.
And our Target. Yeah, we did lose a Target
Anything the city enjoys, they take it away.
Yeah.
too. Yeah.
Krispy Kreme, gone twice.
Yeah.
That
We
was
just
it for me.
we just recently got a Chick-fil-A down here.
I've never had Chick-fil-A.
Really?
Heard,
Yeah, I
uh,
think
I've heard good things.
Is there a Chick-fil-A in the GTA?
Oh, yeah.
Bars.
Uh,
Oh, that's it.
yeah, that was it. Yeah.
That's
Hey.
just a question.
Yeah, there's some chicks floating around in there. Still haven't had it. I try not to go to fast food places too much because of the old diabetes. But
Yeah, that's fair.
you guys were trying to kick me out. I realized this, and then we got distracted.
No,
No,
you're
it's
good. You're
all
good.
right. It
You're
happens
good. You're
all the
good. It
time.
happens a lot, but we should get out of here. All right, go check them out. All right, goodbye, everyone.
Thanks for
Bye,
coming,
bye
man.
forever.
Just received in our newspaper.